Welcome one, welcome all. We return to a special occasion today here for you. I am with some wonderful people. Introduce yourselves. Kate.
Hi, I'm Kate.
Critical Kate.
Shoot, I was not expecting to have to do an intro. Oh my gosh. I,
I put everybody on the spot. That's
I'm
just part of
Critical
what I do.
Kate. I do Critical Hit, which is a video channel on YouTube where I resurface hidden, uh, what the hell do I do?
I think
Forgotten
you're good. You're
Forgotten
good.
video game
You,
history. That's what I do.
there it is.
Forgotten video game history. Yeah.
And we have Laner.
Yes, hello, Planer. If you
Yeah.
had seen my work, you would know it.
There we go. Speaks for himself. All right, and then we have this guy. What's your name again?
My name is Miguel Sanchez.
Ah,
No, Alex Smith. They create worlds podcast. They create worlds the book. They create worlds the toilet paper,
Mhm.
etc., etc.
merchandising.
That's right.
Okay, so we are here back again. We once upon a time did rating the flyers of video game companies from the 70s to the we were just in the 70s. And we, a long time ago, started doing the Coin-Op magazine covers. So Replay, Playmeter, games people play, Cashbox when they had stuff related to video games. And we sorted them into tier lists. We are now going to go through some of the examples from these.
Because I have no
wonderful things.
because I have no idea what I thought was good taste like 6 months ago.
I think it's longer than that.
I think it was.
We've taken quite some time. But let us have a look. Here's what we have for the A tier. So we have this sort of Sesame Street pinball inspired kind of thing.
Yeah, that was a good one.
This one I hated, but everybody else outvoted me on this. So this got an A tier.
That's why we play the games out.
Indeed. And this one is pretty nice. Little Space Invaders, invading the world and all that.
Wait, are those bicycle spokes?
No. You can see the pattern up here. Yeah, it's.
Oh,
They're
okay.
not that cheap, okay? Some of these covers are pretty cheap, but.
Being efficient is respectable as well.
And these are ones I like to call cheats because they're just using art from the flyer or the marquee or something. But hey, it works. It's good.
It's Zaxxon. You gotta love it.
I do have to love it, for I have to write a lot about it. So. And I think that was it for the A tier. Yeah, only 4 things in the A tier.
It was pretty hard going.
Yes, and these magazines didn't exactly have the biggest budget for this sort of stuff. So let us press on. Need to change the capture in the thing. Okay, here we go. So here is the B tier of it all. So this little excitement around foosball. A lot of people, you may know foosball, but you do not know the excitement around foosball in her first half of the 70s. It was the arcade fever of the 70s. Foosball, not video games.
That's right. Community made good hay out of that.
And more foosball. Or table soccer, as they once a time called it. Moving things, a little logistics in there for you.
That's right.
This is a particularly special one. We talked about it in that episode, but I do actually talk about it in my book, because it was actually kind of an important step in the road.
Pogue.
Pretty basic, pretty nice.
Oh, I was just gonna say that previous one would make an interesting video game.
Yeah,
Yes.
though, ironically, it was not advertising a video game, it was advertising a wall game. So this one, fairly basic. Then we got Elton. Elton doing his thing. Probably while high as hell. Anyone else here seen Rocket Man?
I
have,
did.
yes.
Yeah.
I was not a
I wish
fan.
I hadn't, but I did. In the theater.
I saw it on a plane, as I recall, yeah. There were fun musical sequences, but then everything else was literally the same thing as every musical biopic.
Yes.
Some Seawolf action. Another one people don't remember as much as they should. Jukebox Servicing. This is a famous arcade. I forget what it's called. I have a couple other pictures of it.
I'm guessing Aladdin's Castle, but
No, Aladdin's Castle was malls only.
Huh. Huh.
Like you know, there's that Middle Eastern theming on a lot of these different ones. But
yeah.
yeah, this one I believe is in California, and it stood up for quite a long time. I think it was also a combination miniature golf course.
Mm-hmm.
This is doing something good with the cheating, just using the flyer and marquee art, but putting it inside of the play meter logo, which looked nice. Some time zone, family entertainment. This one would be much more effective in color, but it is what we have.
Oh, yeah.
I believe that we have scanned this one since. So actually, I will open that so that you can see it in its full glory.
Yeah, if we see it in color, we might have to do a revote. Maybe
Nope,
the colors
we do
are
not
really
have
amazing.
it in color.
Oh.
Unfortunate hubs, get on that shit.
That's right. What does he think that we pay him for?
Inside a pinball machine. Some silver ball action. This one, I forget what pinball table this is, but it is.
No, it's just pool.
No, but I
stuff.
think it's pinball marquee art. They just repurposed it for this.
Gotcha.
Because
Some
they never
pool
hire
hall.
like the professional artists to do stuff
Right.
like this.
Some pool hall thrills right there.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Chris Chapman. This one, nice little political cartoon kind of thing going on.
That was Pinball Pool.
Pinball pool, all right.
Ah.
Now they need
we-
to do pool pinball.
Oh, there we go. I mean, technically, that's what bumper pool kind of was.
Yeah, kind of.
And then this is Fireball, famous. No, not Fireball.
Time period's right, but I don't know.
Then this weird that they have it plugging into a pinball, but hey, we'll work with it. Classic. This is the image of the 1980 AMOA show, which I have argued in the past is one of the most important.
Did a very special episode on that.
I did. You can hear me rant. And of course, the jukebox is still here, everybody. It ain't going anywhere. We promise. More pool hall thrills. Basic photograph, but hey, it works. And then here's a long exposure of pinball. Looks real nice.
Yes, indeed.
Then, what's going on here? Oh, this is the high score board. Very nice. Cool to see something like
Games people play again. Oh, games people
Pay.
pay this time.
that.
Wow.
Then they renamed it just to Games People later on. By the way, Nikkei, you were not I was looking at some, I've been doing a lot of early searches, 73, 74 for as many mentions of video game that I can find, using all kinds of weird, obscure search terms. and you're definitely not the first one to hit upon, you know, that phrase being attributed to that guy.
To being attributed to anything anything specifically, or
I forget what
just,
the name is, so I
was
remember,
it the song? Because I think there
the
was
book.
a song.
Uh,
The book.
yeah.
The book, yeah.
And this one, nice classic. That's so Larry Burke, Dave Murawski, and Stan Jarocki, right? I believe that's right. And this one, just a nice classic view of a video arcade. Hot dogs in America, and apple pie and baseball, and quarter tokens. Because that sure ain't a quarter.
Ain't that America?
Mm-hmm.
So the only thing more American than this would be if we could come up with alternate is X and X for the other objects in this that aren't a hot dog. Like is a pie what is a pie? Is a pizza?
Is a pie a cake?
I don't know. Yeah,
Is a pie a
cake.
soup?
And this one,
only if you don't bake it right.
convertible game, still up in the air before. So this was the early period where like everybody was still no way we're doing kit games, and then it all happened, and then everybody was sad.
Not as sad as they'd be if we let them know that flying cars never happened.
True. Exidy, and then this motivational poster.
That's right.
Oh, so good.
Look at that leading man jaw on old Pete.
Mhm. Yep. People used to say that Pete was, he was right in the same league as Bushnell in terms of his charisma. Yeah, the games people pay had it good for a little while, but we will not see any more of them in this upcoming thing. Little kind of World's Fair thing. Yeah, I think this is actually World's Fair. Yeah, for when Magnavox was the sponsor
in that major American metropolis of Knoxville. Nothing says the World Fair is doing great like holding it in Knoxville, Tennessee.
And then this one, couple
yes.
Gremlin employees doing the thing.
I remember this one now.
Okay, now we won't look at all of the rest, but we will look at the F tier now, just to cleanse ourselves of any notion that these can actually be good sometimes.
Several play meters. Play meter got lazy for a while.
Yes, especially in the early times. And we're going to see a return of an image inside a thing behind the text, just to tell you ahead of time. Then this
Man,
one.
these were so bad.
I have, like, these were in terms of design, these were definitely worse than the worst of the flyers. Because all the flyers at least had to try and entice, whereas these were just like...
Yeah, and they were at least readable. There are some real bad font and color choices on these.
Yes. And this, it's just like, we're cutting off half of the important part of the image. It's okay. It's like, should we take the picture again? It's like, nah. These cameras are expensive to use. We'll just use that. We'll just use that one you got. It's fine.
Laziest one of all time. Like, it's not necessarily badly designed, but it is so lazy. I believe that Kate really hated this one, if I recall.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, I don't even remember this one, so if I hated it, I must have blotched it.
And here we go, here, lots of fonts.
Yeah. I remember this one.
I didn't hate this one nearly as much.
Oh my goodness.
But just,
so frightening.
It's just, it's just terrifying. Like, is this the Children of the Corn visiting an arcade? I mean, what's happening here?
Oh boy. This one can't even tell what the heck is going on. What
That's
is
right.
this stuff? Like, it's grass.
It's turf, yeah.
Turf.
Breaking. Oh, it's grassroots lobbying, is what it is, Ethan.
Oh.
Grassroots
Ooh.
lobbying. Except
Yeah.
they're not even showing the grassroots. They're just showing the grass.
This one, I definitely remember I did not think that this one was super terrible, but someone was lobbying hard for this to go to F.
Wait,
It's not great or anything.
what? So
yeah, I
if
don't
it-
understand. I don't
Since-
understand.
I am so confused at the decisions made here.
I think that
I
was
mean-
the
Were decisions made, or is this what happens when decisions are not made?
and this one just show all the better covers.
Exactly. Remember when we used to have good covers? Playmeter remembers.
Except most of these went in D, so
Yeah, except most of them were bad, but still.
and then some puke green for you.
Oh, good lord.
Exactly. Ugh.
You know what? You know what the number one tactic is for tight credit when you're a magazine is firing your graphic designer and having an editor do it.
Well, Dale, welcome. We have just finished up looking at the A, B's, and F's.
Wait a second.
Yeah. The guy in the middle of this one looks like he's taken a leak, like right on the arcade machine.
They
Like
all
that
look
hand position there. That is, he is not playing that game.
That is
They're all
quite fun.
they're all at the urinal, but the guy on the left is gonna sneeze. I thought this was the Bob Barker eulogy chat. I must be in the wrong
Oh.
place.
Yes, rip Bob Barker.
Indeed.
Yes.
You know, what if you made an arcade game where the joystick was set low, like at crotch level, and then you make the cabinet porcelain white, and you name the game Duchamp.
I understood that reference.
Oh yeah, I get it. I'll tell you, there was something very interesting that I have heard from Atari people. Now I have confirmed that it was a thing, that Bushnell wanted to create a game for urinals back in the 70s.
Yeah, I vaguely remember.
But
that.
how would you play it?
You would piss
That's the
on
same way-
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be like
Oh.
a sound sensor. That's the same way that the Sega one works.
Yeah, now they exist in Japan, because of course they do.
Oh, wow! I was not aware of that.
Yes, they do. In
You can
fact
play an
exist.
emulate version of it in the Yakuza games.
Really? Yeah.
Because of course they do.
Yes.
You.
All right.
All right.
Operator.
We are going to move on to the big time.
Are my levels okay, by the way?
I can hear you. They could maybe be slightly louder, but
Yeah,
you're
if you
not
could go up a little bit.
unhearable.
Very good.
Hopefully, I'm still coming through. Am I
I'm
getting
getting
cut
a
off
lot
and
of
stuff?
hissy.
You have cut off occasionally, but
Okay.
it has not been all the time.
I can increase the threshold. Okay. Or is this better? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I mean most
Okay.
of the time we can. I'll let you know if you start cutting out again.
All right. And if you start hearing things too much in the background or anything. But
Right.
anyways,
I missed the review then.
yes, you did. But you
Okay,
just
I'm
need to
familiar with
bring the opinions, Dale.
That's right.
We are fully down for you, given your ops and your eds.
Unfortunately, we're in the 90s now, I believe, right?
No, we're
No,
still
no,
here.
no. There's
Wait.
still an A tier I am very much looking forward to before the 90s.
Yes.
Ethan knows.
That
Ethan
is-
knows.
That's up towards the end here. We are in 82, late 82. So the crash
excellent.
is ongoing.
Perfect.
All right, ready for our first one? Panel, are we ready?
In the pipe, 5x5.
All right, first one up. Replay October 1982. Unfortunately, it's all in black and white, but this is one talking all about when Bally or Midway was licensing the stuff from Data East, namely Burger Time and Bump and Jump.
You got former NBA star Bob Lloyd there.
Right there.
No,
No,
other
this
side.
guy.
No, other side.
Oh, okay.
Not the Japanese guy.
Oh, okay.
There's Bob Lloyd.
I thought that was Morovsky. That's why I was confused.
No,
Okay.
that's Bob Lloyd.
All right.
Morovsky didn't wear his hair like that.
So Bump and Jump isn't actually one of the ones featured in
Yeah.
the lineup there. It's a bunch of... I was going to say, you have an NBA guy. Should do a photo op where he could be holding the burger and trying to dunk it, you know, and you'd be like...
But of
Like-
course, they were still offering these in the Deco cassette system. But they weren't having much success with it.
I know they're supposed to be reaching for the burger, but it seems more like they all want to force lightning the burger to me.
Yeah, some kind of burger incantation. They're trying to bring the burger to life.
Yes.
They're menacing the burger.
This is the backstory for Burger Time. This is why all of the pieces of the burger were alive in Burger
there
Time.
you go. All right.
This is the backstory.
You know the lore.
Incredible.
Here, I thought this was just a story about how sad it is that their company cheaped out and only ordered one burger for the whole group.
That's right.
On the count of 3, they're all going to fight for the lunch.
Yes.
That's right.
What's the game on the left?
It is Mission X.
No.
Ah, yes.
I have seen it before. I have no idea what Explorer is. It looks like a shooter, but I've never
Yeah.
So they were not having luck with the letter X like Marvel was. Huh?
But yeah, this one just kind of boring. I'd put it C.
Yeah, I think it's C as well. It may have been B class if they were actually facing each other with their game faces on, like they're really about ready to rip each other apart for those burgers. But it loses its impact when they're turning and smiling at the camera.
Yeah. Because
Yeah,
So
I
showed
go
up
C
on the
just because
day.
it's
Right.
it's a fun image. It's the image that they took for presumably for this, and it's clearly something unique to the Replay magazine. So you see this image, you're like, oh, this is probably Replay before you even read the title. So it works for a magazine.
Yeah,
cover.
they have kind of a distinctive photography style as well. So
Mhm.
I think you could definitely see that, but nothing special about it.
Yeah. If the composition were more interesting, it could have been a B. But the pose is just kind of,
All right, so into C it goes.
Yeah, it feels very C to me as well because it just feels so corporate. It feels like like when, like marketing people at a small company are like trying to figure out a photo thing to do. I don't know.
yeah.
And that's pretty much what it was.
Yeah.
Data East definitely got way
When
bigger
you're-
in the mid '80s.
That's
Yeah,
right.
When your boss comes to the marketing person and says, "Hey, I've got this fun idea."
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely one of those fun ideas from somebody who isn't creative but really feels like they're creative. Wants to
All right, now we move on to Playmeter, October 1st, 1982, the Buyer's Guide edition. We've got an Asteroids, we've got some pool, a jukebox. It's still here, guys, and pinball. Space Invaders pinball.
Like, there was room for that jukebox to not clip the moon there, so I don't know why they decided to clip the moon.
I'm not bothered with that. I can see that as a depth thing, but the pool
Yeah.
table does
Yeah,
definitely
the pool
looks
table's
wrong.
really bad. Yeah. I would give this a D personally. I don't think
Same.
it's F bad, but
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling.
I was feeling C, but it sounds like you're all on the D train here.
Unless Dale wants to give it an A,
No,
and then we have to
D,
fight.
but shout out to the poor bastard that had to go across all those with a razor blade.
Yes, true.
Indeed. It was a different time.
Okay, now the other one for October 15th, October 1982, October 15th, 1982. This is something that actually surprises me quite a bit when I look through a lot of these coin-op magazines. There is actually quite a bit of attention given to disabled gaming, and like people who want to research that, like the coin-op mags are actually kind of a good place for it.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I didn't realize I went this far back.
Goes back
That
even farther.
that gentleman clearly has some interesting facial hair going on.
Yes,
That we
he's
just get a hint of.
What is it called? What is that called? That little tuft in front.
Oh, that.
Yeah, there's a name
Well,
for it.
Technically, a chin goatee is what a goatee is, and later,
Yes,
yeah.
that is true.
So, yeah,
Maybe
and
there's
also
further
the
signs in that though, but yeah, no, that's.
also the idea of putting consoles to use in coin-op goes quite far back, especially in Playmeter. Fun story. I probably told this on stream once before, but there was a guy named Gene Bealey who wrote for Playmeter, and he decided to test out when the early consoles came out, both the Atari VCS and the Bally Professional Arcade, making them coin operated. And Atari got so mad at this, they pulled out of advertising for Playmeter for several years.
Wow.
Huh.
Yeah, I was kind of figuring that's like there would not be a happy response to that.
Yeah, because in the same vein, the coin-op magazines were very concerned when people like Atari were saying you can play the arcade experience at home, and they weren't super pleased with that.
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked. I'm shocked that Atari would react so negatively, I guess. Because it almost seems like free advertising for their system in a way. They could hop on it and could have done the first play choice.
Yeah, who was there anybody before
Yeah.
the VS system that did a direct? Well, yeah, I mean, I did an entire article about this, so and
But
I
I
did
can-
include that story.
I can't see why they were upset though, because in all seriousness, because VCS games are way too simplistic. If you could just go in and put a couple of quarters in a VCS game, that's what people would have done. They wouldn't have bought VCSs and bought the
Oh.
cartridges.
That's true. I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, the appearance in general. I mean, I'm liking the way that they're going with the font up here. This color choice I really like, but the photo I think is kind of bad.
I
Yeah.
had the impression that they had a photo to do something with the handicapped or the disabled, and it turned out that it was like super inappropriate, offensive, and like at the last minute they were like, "Okay, what else do we have?" Well, there's
Or
a
they
shot of
just
this guy in
didn't-
his bald spot. Okay, run with that.
Or they just didn't have like a real photographer who knew how to light a scene.
Yeah.
That seems like a running
Oh my
theme
God.
with Playmeter.
Let's see what
I
can-
believe so.
It's not actually that bad on the screen, surprisingly enough. But yeah, the scene in general, I'd give this a D.
So I just on that previous thought about the arcade thing, I was just thinking, did video rental stores rent out Atari games?
In the later
There-
period, I've been trying to research this a little bit.
There were a couple of stores. It was not widespread, but there were some experiments.
Okay.
Yeah, not until Blockbuster got into the NES stuff was it a big.
I never saw it in my day.
Yeah, we found some newspaper articles that show that there were some experiments, but it was very localized.
And I think once prices crashed too, that market was glutted.
Yeah, there's
Right.
no point in renting when you can get
Oh,
the
that's
cartridge
fair.
for a
It would have been
buck.
real hard to rent new shit in '83 for sure. Yeah.
Why rent ET for $3 when you can buy it for 99 cents?
So what's everyone's take on this?
D's.
I have no strong feelings.
Yeah, I mean, if sentiment is D, that's fine with me. I'm torn between C and D, but I'm happy to put it in the D column, so I don't want to fight about it.
Yeah, this could have been a good photo, but it's very D.
Into D. Okay. Next up, we have Replay November 1982. Midway is on the pop, even though a Bally guy is there.
Man, he came straight from the after party to take this photo. Zoom in there again. Zoom in there again on,
There we go.
on Bob Mullane. He came straight from the after party
Mm.
to do this photo. He's like, they're at the AMOA show, and they're like, "Sir, we need a photo of you with the machine." He's like, "Sir, right this
Lean up
way."
against the machine.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
and
that's
and
fine.
they and they got the shot, but at what cost?
Man, they
And of-
really loved Burger Time.
Hey, Burger Time's good. These other two games, not so much.
Yeah.
I mean, Super Pac-Man's okay, but don't get Nate talking about Baby Pac-Man. He will
Oh,
defend
Lordy.
it, and no.
That's why he's not invited.
I've always loved the unique custom sides of Burger Times, Cat.
Oh yeah, there we
Mhm.
go. Yeah, that's good.
How the
That's
hat
nice.
kind of it all forms around his hat.
Should we do a rating on arcade, decals as well?
That could be very interesting.
Yeah, that might be fun at some point.
Because
Absolutely.
those are generally so good, whereas these are generally so bad.
And this one is just boring, so I call it a C.
I call it a C as well, though. Bob Mullane is clearly not trying.
I
A
agree.
low C. Yeah.
A firm
C.
C from the
This is a
room.
crime against lighting.
He was a
It's a-
banker. He didn't care
Hmm.
Look at
about the
photo
coin
guy.
op
Jesus,
industry.
you'd think that he could have lit the room by the time Bob staggered down from upstairs.
They've got one highlight light on this wall back here, as you can
That's a
see.
fluorescent in the back room.
It probably is.
Okay, now
Oh!
Flay Meter, November 19.
Oh, my
November 1st,
goodness.
1982.
I need to see those faces. Zoom in on
Alright.
those happy faces.
Happy.
Oh my
Happy.
goodness. Blink, blink if you're in
Happy.
trouble. Oh,
Happy.
no.
Oh, these are the new scans.
Oh, God, no.
No, this one is not a high quality one. We might have it, but
This just recently went through the.
Oh, and the one in the airplane. You missed the one upside down in the airplane.
There we go.
Oh my god.
And it looks like that horse is about to take a bite out of that airplane too. Look at that. He's like, oh, nom nom. Oh, this is classic F territory right here.
So I don't
Oh,
quite
my
get
goodness.
what
At
is the
least
dolphin
B.
supposed to be in this thing? Because I get these all can be kiddie rides, but the dolphin are there?
I
dolphin
guess,
kiddie rides?
Everything.
I mean, Flipper was a big deal, Oh my God, this is F. If people say D, that's fine. You can say D. If you say any higher than D, you're
This is
wrong.
B.
But
This is B.
No, you're
Yeah.
all- listen,
Oh yeah,
you're all
this is
fucked up.
fantastic. I love this.
Yes, I'm with you. This is what you call A/F.
When the mail comes in, and this, like, I see a corner of this on the side, pulling that straight out. This is the first thing I check from the mail.
oh, this is so
Seriously,
bad.
Tomorrow's
Seriously,
players
this-
are today's customers.
Yeah,
I
which
love that line
which-
as well.
yeah.
I
Oh, this is
recognize
just
this from this just recently came through Hubs' scan process,
this is
and we have this. So this is out there now in high res. If you want to go check GA, I recommend it. This is worth looking at without the sticker and with color balancing on it because
this is an F right here. Oh my goodness, those faces.
It's so bad it's good. It's
These
Absolutely
children
not.
will
No,
haunt
this is-
my dreams. Tonight.
Exactly. You are getting an emotional response from this. The F tier is where the stuff where, like, a computer would have made it by accident.
I mean, I get a-
This came from the hand of man.
I mean, I get an emotional response from the Holocaust too.
Yeah, I would. So, Kate, what are you saying?
Well, man, I don't know how to rate so bad it's good. So,
We've done it. We've done
Yeah.
it low and we've done it high. So
Yeah, I mean, it can be your personal preference. I tend to save F for the ones that I think are like so bad it's good, and D for the ones that are just plain bad. But if somebody else likes to rank so bad it's good higher, I mean, that's all personal preference.
no, I couldn't remember what we were calling F before. If that's what we're calling F, then I'll say that I think it's an F.
That's a personal decision. Like this
It is.
I'm saying, like if this has a goal and that goal is to make you open this up and read that article, I won't read this article. I won't know about today's customers.
all right.
I would not read the article. I would just laugh at that and be like, "That's
Yeah.
funny," and not
And
read
move
it.
on. Yeah.
Should I be the
same here.
tiebreaker, or should we?
I think you're gonna have to.
All right.
Someone
This
has
belongs
to.
swiftly in. Oh, please put this in F. You don't want to lose
Oh.
this.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought you were saying to put it in B, Dan.
There's a special F. What Alex just described, which is
Okay.
like, F is
Then it's
almost
F.
like an AF
this is-
category. It's terrible for good reasons. It
Yeah.
has to stick out. When we open up the F folder, you want to be as
Yep.
be as excited as you are when you see the A's.
Exactly. That's my logic. That's my logic on A
And this
versus
is a
F.
solid F.
All right.
Man, I feel like we should regrade the ones that are in F because I think there's a bunch of ones in there that were just like, this makes me angry.
Well,
Well,
it's
no,
all
but it's also
consensus.
for those. It's also for the ones that make you angry. I mean, it's for the ones that are bad for reasons that really stand out. Whether they're especially lazy, especially funny, especially maddening. That's what F is for. While D is for your more run-of-the-mill bad, C is average, B is fine, and A, I say for the ones that I'm actually like, oh, that's actually pretty neat.
Okay, on to the next.
Oh,
We've
dear
got
God.
graphs, everybody, graphs.
This
Why
terrible.
is the T half
They put
missing?
effort into
Is
this
it-
too.
Is
This
it
is
are old
this is
scans.
the first they've done, but they actually had someone draw shit for this. Like this isn't something that they just did in a couple minutes by just copying a character across the entire page. They put time into this and they made something worse.
No, that looks like clip art to me. That looks like they grabbed some clip art. 'Cause, you know, I'm wondering if that T is on purpose or accidental because it looks like maybe somebody accidentally like part of the letter got cut off
Yeah,
and fell off.
Do we have a Hubs scan of this issue?
I am
Because
checking.
yeah, I do. I want answers about this as well.
Okay. We
Yeah,
do
that
not.
looks weird. And also check for the previous.
And this
one,
is
too.
not, but I would say this is not the first time I've seen aberrations like this. This might be a thing for the PDF, not for the issue itself.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking, which is why I was hoping we could get a second opinion.
Unfortunately, I do not have it.
I mean, if you like zoom in on it, is this solid color or is it?
I feel
No?
like we would. I don't know. It's so hard to say if that's just a weird
No,
Looks like an
PDF
art
pattern
thing.
thing.
doesn't
Looks
really
like there's a
fit. That
square
might be
there
like
around the
yeah,
T.
like it just copied a square from somewhere else on it.
Yeah, I've seen stuff like this that is very obvious on these PDFs before, so that's what I'm willing to call it. Either way, I don't think it really adds or detracts from this at all. And we've got this warping, and well, actually, that might be just part of the F.
I think
But,
that's yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is D. This is bleh.
Yeah, C or D, and I'm happy with D. I mean, probably D
Same
more
F.
than C.
They really put the try in industry.
Any
I
objections?
didn't realize. I didn't realize those graphs had like one is video game sales and operator profits. Ooh, okay.
But this isn't even true because video game sales stopped in July 1982, pretty much. So,
Yeah.
any objections to D?
No.
No.
D's
All
fine.
Okay, December 1982 replay. I forget if this is actually just a poster. This is this Mr. F. Lee?
I would guess so.
Yeah. Can someone look that up? Mr. F. space LEA arcade game.
Mr. F. Lee? Is there a Mr. F. Lee?
Looks like it is.
Yes.
Okay.
This,
Mhm.
I would say so.
This is just the poster for Mr. F. Lee, and it's talking all about, the 82. Everyone's trying to jump on the Pac-Man bandwagon, even the American companies trying to get in on that, Jack the Giant Slayer and things like that. Iconic characters are in, baby.
So did any American company actually succeed at being cute? Like
Hubert.
Oh yeah, Cubert. That's true.
Yeah, Hubert's the example. Is the exception that proves the rule, though, I think.
Yeah. And some of them semi-successfully kind of moved into that space. I'm trying to remember what I'm thinking of specifically. I mean, Midway
Well,
eventually
Hero,
gets on it
like the-
first.
Yeah.
Like, I think there's also a thing between cute and like comical and stuff. Stuff like Tapper.
Well,
I wouldn't call it
yeah,
cute,
Rampage is
but-
cartoony, and Rampage is cartoony, certainly, but
Yeah, but that's
not
later
specifically
in,
cutesy.
in this time.
Well, I know.
So let me ask you this. Are half of these animals defying gravity and sitting on a wall or something, or is this a weird like perspective where you're actually laying down on the ground and they're hovering over your body, but you can also see in the distance?
Well, whatever it is, this is just a flyer art. It's boring. See.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing to tie it together with anything else that's based on the subject. Yeah, no effort, low effort.
Okay.
See,
move
you gotta
on.
Pay a license to somebody, maybe.
Pacific Novelty, who
I
put
got
out
excited. I
F.
thought
Lee.
maybe it was original art for a moment.
I'd imagine it was.
I mean, they
yeah,
made
for
a
the
unique
company.
version of their logo for it, at least.
Yeah, the cloud logo is kind of cute.
Yeah, it's a good point.
But now we move on to December 1st, 1982, Playmeter. We've got some Centipede action going on. Millipede was not out to the next year.
We got some creep action going on.
Yes.
Here as well.
Yeah.
But
I will say this, though, that it is very interesting to have, despite the fact that, yes, we've got some creeping going on, it is an interesting gender reversal, because, of course,
Yes.
normally it's the guy playing while the girlfriend admires the playing, and we have flipped the script here.
Are
Why
these
does it look like she's
non-entities, or are
sticking
these
her
just
tongue
random?
out, or does she have something on her chin, or what is
I
that?
don't
Just
see
it's a
that.
thing
Oh,
in the
that's the-
background.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
that's like another guy's shirt or something.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's...
Okay.
But yes, it is a rather unfortunate placement.
yeah,
Alright,
the,
do I actually have to ask you to scroll down the page here. Or what? Oh,
There is no
they
shoes!
cut off they cut off the shoes. Dale, they cut them off.
Oh, okay. So I need to check this. We do actually have this in full
Playing versus
resolution.
learning. Can it be both?
Okay, so this is right. They used a wide-angle lens for this, so the centipede cabinet looks huge, like super wide. Do you see that? Nobody sees that. It bugs me.
Right. Yeah. I said
no,
yeah.
I could see.
Kind of. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm lagging. I guess.
Or you may be starting to lag. Yeah, I think you're lagging again, and
Okay, I'll be back with
because the
screen is
stream
getting
quality
hard
is
to
already
make
also
out, yeah.
degraded.
Yeah, like the high res version that you brought up looks almost as bad as the original.
What does the magazine say? What is the little bit of text?
It says playing versus learning. Can it be both?
Well, what are you learning? Playing Centipede. What
I don't know.
I think they might
is
be trying
this?
to go
Just
for
like
the
anything
I think they might be trying to go for like
Yeah, I
hardcore
think it's like the-
players kind of thing.
Yeah.
So learning.
I
Yeah, like
think
people who
they're-
like try to learn strategies to get high scores, stuff like that.
because I've seen a sentiment that like games without violence were automatically considered educational. Like I was
Hmm.
like reading some UK review stuff. Like there was somebody. It might actually have been Manic Miner or some related game was saying something like that they were encouraged to make it non-violent because it was or that's like I forget exactly what it was. There were people who considered games like that educational if there wasn't violence, and it's just like, huh, maybe that's it. But I'm more disappointed by the fact that they did not go with a tagline like "You can make dollars at cents with Centipede." Dollars and centipedes.
That does
Hmm.
sound like something Playmeter would do.
Yes.
They did kind of restrain themselves here.
I am noticing with this arcade thing, it's got a reflective ceiling, so it's mirroring everything.
Oh
back,
yeah.
which is kind of neat. I don't know what the hell kind of arcade this is, but yeah, this one, like I like the colors. It's got some decent blocking, but I think it's still a C.
I don't know. I think it's more interesting than a C. I'm comfortable naming it a B. I like that it flips the script on the standard dynamic, and you know the colors and the composition are pretty good. Yeah, his face is a little goofy, but
It was
Face
the
is
80s. They
awesome.
couldn't help
but
it.
but he's trying, and I'm not saying it's an A class by any means, but I don't think it's boring. I think it's a better
Is
cover
he
than
wearing
that.
a necklace of a saxophone?
I mean, it's the 80s.
Yes. No, that's not. What is that?
I have no idea.
It's the 80s. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, it feels B to me. Like I feel like they were actually trying here, and they almost got there. They
Yeah.
almost
Can
did
we
something.
Can we zoom into his chest on the high res, please, and see what that
All right.
is? That's. Lanier's right.
Are
I
the
don't think
loud
it's-
meows coming through?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's okay.
What's it look like? Is it a musical note?
I think that's the idea. Or it's a saxophone.
golf
One of
ball?
those two.
All right. It's no clearer on yours than ours.
Nope. It becomes a
Alright.
pixelated mess. Hubs, you failed us again!
He's pretty awesome and he's really creepy. I begrudgingly give it a B, but only because they cut off their shoes.
Alright, the B it is. Alright, we move on
I do
to
like the
December
extra wide centipede cap.
December 15th, 1982.
Oh,
boy.
no!
Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh my!
So this,
Home video gamer, they. Why is Playmeter obsessed with random animal-like things eating other things? I mean, that dog is totally like. They're saying the home video gamer's the hidden threat, but I think that dog is the hidden threat.
Of course, this continues on our discussion from earlier. And of course,
I love. Oh, I was gonna say, I love how he's man spreading there too. I realize it's a one-person seat, but he's still got the full man spread going on. He's like grasping that joystick, and it's pure bliss.
Of course, the great question of how much home video games affected the arcade downturn. And I'm sure that people are going to take, if this is one of the scans that we have available now, people are going to use this image as proof that arcades were destroyed by the home video game. Is that entirely accurate, Alex?
I think this just proves that dogs are the real enemy.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I'm not talking about my personal opinion. I'm just saying, look at that dog. I'm still there. I'm still stuck there. But yes, this is the kind of thing that people would see like CC. But I think that the arcade operators were trying to find a convenient scapegoat. I don't think the home was really that big an impact in this period. But this cover is impacting me, and I think I gotta F it.
You gotta F it?
It is, the proportions on that man are so bad. The expression is so bad. The dog does look like he's about to take a bite out of the elbow, which I don't which was obviously
But
not
look
the
at
intention.
that lamp, Alex. Look at that lamp.
It is deeply unpleasant to look at.
Yeah, it is, and they didn't even bother showing the footwear. Look at that, Dale. Look at that.
Blocked off specifically. And why?
Exactly.
What is this Willis system? Come on.
I
Yeah,
assume the artist.
Well,
I'm
it's
wondering
really
if the
cruel.
that's the artist. Yeah,
Well then, okay. What is
Yeah.
the Willis system?
yeah.
that is kind of weird. And
TM.
it's
Of course, this is
trademarked.
obviously a VCS, a four switch. VCS.
More, yeah. Well, except interestingly, it's almost the color scheme of the never released key games. But I don't think that's on purpose. I think that's just because the colors are awful.
I'm wondering if the initial sketch given to the editor had the guy like facing forward, and the editor was like, "I mean, we should get this a little off center here because
Like,
I'm looking great."
He looks like it looks like he was made for a bobblehead night.
Yep.
Like there was gamer bobblehead night, and this is what you got for the first 10,000 fans down to the ballpark.
Yeah, but that
This is
seems
just like-
intentional.
Yeah,
Every
I think
Or of TV guide from this era I've ever seen looks like this.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I do believe it was intentional. I just don't like it.
Oh yeah, no, it's repulsive.
All right, Kate, what are you giving it?
Oh, geez, I don't know. It's even though I don't like the composition, I kind of like some of the rendering in the drawings. I don't know. I think it kind of balances out to a C.
I'm gonna say D. Laner, what are you
I'm-
thinking?
I'm thinking I don't want to look at this anymore. It's F.
I'm also feeling more of an F on this one.
Dale, you get to be the tiebreaker. Oh no.
Adele has checked
Yeah.
out. Understandable after seeing this.
All right, we'll give him some time.
Oh, no wonder you couldn't. Okay, no,
Oh,
I went
there we
F.
go. Okay,
Sorry,
F.
and I've been interjecting for a few moments,
Oh,
but just as
dang.
part of the crowd,
Ah.
without realizing that the mute was on. So
Yeah.
there you go.
All
This
right,
is.
to
Yeah.
F it goes.
I think my only joke there was that's what Daryl Strawberry in the Simpsons episode had.
No, it was Ken Griffey Jr.
Oh, that's right, it was Griffey. That's right.
Daryl Strawberry is the only one that did not have a malady, and Homer pinch hit for him.
That's right.
Okay. Now on to Cashbox December.
Oh,
8th,
Jack
1982.
Mattel! I know who that is.
Mhm.
That is Jack Mattel.
And a very important game as well that a lot of people don't remember. Frontline.
Frontline. Yep. Begat Commando.
Yep. And if you've ever played it in the arcade, it has this rotary switchy thing. It goes click, 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 click as you turn it around. It's cool. This cover's not
Yeah.
cool though. This is a D.
I would give it a C. I just
have
think
to
it's
say
kind of
C.
there.
They brought lights. Look, they actually lit them.
Yeah, they lit him,
Okay,
and I
yeah.
mean,
I mean,
Jack
he
can't-
looks like a walking corpse, but they did the best they could.
yeah, I mean, he did look like a walking corpse. He actually only died, a few years
2016.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
That man walked into the room, and first thing out of his mouth was no makeup. So,
He got it. He got his start in the late '40s. He was a legend in the biz, but he does look like a corpse. I'm not arguing that, but yeah, I'd give it a C. It's there.
In my personal opinion, every cover that involves a man in a suit interacting with an arcade cabinet on these magazines is an automatic C. It's just like you're a man in a
Pretty
suit
much.
and there are arcades, and it all balances out to a boring C.
All right.
Mhm.
There it is. Jack, rest in peace. We are now on to 1983, everybody.
Oh,
Switching over the year, that we are deep inside the arcade crash. And what are we thinking? We have to get
I hear this is-
international.
Big
Big year for jukeboxes.
And that's all I'll do, so you don't get.
What were you saying, Laner?
I hear this is going to be the big year for jukeboxes.
Oh, yes, it's true.
Oh,
So what
yeah.
is this forecast map even saying? Can somebody interpret this for us?
sure, go up. Let's see what we got.
yeah.
Oh, the actual map itself? Okay.
Yeah,
Let's
like
see,
what?
there's, yeah, it's a mess.
It's showing where the major trade shows are. Except there's one
I
in
believe it.
Africa.
Oh, okay.
I believe it does look like the
Um,
rain in Spain is falling mainly on the plain there. Yes.
Yeah.
Is
Okay.
that why they
There
put
isn't
the rain
any.
in Spain? It's a
Yeah, this-
shitty day in
Low
Louisiana.
and high pressure. I don't know what
Yeah.
this because they spotted out this as this is where the ATE show is. This is where the IMA show is.
I also like how they put the high front right above the AT show, so it looks like it's spelling hate. So they are subtly saying that they hate the ATE show, perhaps hate all of Britain.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Not
Understandable.
unjustified. Severe buyer caution. Prevailing conversion winds. Fatal cyclone to hit non-professionals. Persisting anti-game laws and taxes. Sunny days for bill makers. Cloudy to stormy skies for some game makers. Snowed in game distributors digging out. Foreign market and deep freeze. Clearer skies expected before spring. Oh.
Well, I would
Do you
fire.
think-
I would fire their weatherman for that last one.
Do you
Oh, Eddie.
think one person wrote that, or do you think they all brainstormed together?
That was a group effort.
Yeah, definitely. Oh man, this is tough. Like the idea's fun. Like
Yeah, I agree. The idea is fun. I
But-
can't, in good conscience, give this an F.
yeah, definitely.
But
I
No,
would
it's like
give
a
it
C.
a. I would argue for a solid B if they had included more trade shows besides just 2 of them on the map. But I still kind of feel like this counts
Like
as
they-
a B for them.
Like they cover this whole area here. Like this is where Chicago
Yeah.
is, and they should have put the AMOA here, and the
But that's mold. There's mold there.
just mold.
I'm
C.
torn on this.
I shall say C.
Yeah, I think I have to go C. It's like I could see it tilting both towards a B or a D, but I think
Yeah.
there's not enough bad or enough good to tilt it out of C. So I think C.
And they had a premise, they executed on it. They could have done better, but they put in some effort. So I'm saying low B, high C.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right. There it is. Now let's see how the rest of the year shakes out with January 15th, 1983 Play Meter. We're looking back at the AMOA because they're always late to reporting the AMOA. I mean, they're late on everything. Play Meter, when you read it, it's normally later cover date wise than read.
They're like, all right, guys, pour all your swag out that you got at the show onto the table, and we're gonna take a picture.
I mean, it's pretty cool that there's this much swag. And I mean, they did some organization of it. What the heck is this pirate one? What is this for? Taito.
familiar.
Taito thing.
Oh, it is a Taito thing, yeah. Huh.
Yeah, Sega was pushing Pango super hard.
Yeah, yeah.
What's this one? So Quantum's back
Quantum's back there.
there. Bees... I have... What? What is this B one? Frontline. Pirate Treasure is, I guess, the name of the Taito.
Pirate Pete.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Mr. Do sneaking in just in the corner there.
Oh! Mr. Do! Mr. Do! Got a little there, so it actually came out in 82. I was wrong. And up here, Joust. Oh yeah, Joust
Yeah,
premiered at that
there's a joust up there.
show. No idea what that is.
But yeah, this is just a bit of a sloppy mess. I'd call it a C.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Sure.
I won't fight a C.
It's good. We're not
They're
here to
relative
fight.
to each other, you know. Playmeter obviously didn't have anybody. Playmeter reeks of not having an editor in charge of the cover. But Cashbox had to. in some, but I'm sure Playmeter.
Yeah, I mean,
totally will
Cashbox's
run.
covers
Yeah.
most of the time are just music artists doing a photo.
Right. So so they know how to photograph like a rock star. You know, they know how to light a scene, even if they can't do an exciting video game scene. They know how to light.
Right, yeah. Playmeter barely owns a camera. I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
All right.
Playmeter feels like who needs to hire a photographer?
We have
Bob has a
photographers at home. We don't need to buy a photographer. We have that at home.
All right, replay February 1983. We have Century
Yeah.
with Time Pilot by Konami, not Capcom.
Yeah.
listen, I have to ask
Cripes? What's the plane's name? Cripes what?
A mighty.
Cripes a mighty third. All right.
That's awesome. What is
What
the,
were you
what is
saying,
the
Dale?
damn game?
It's a Time
I'm just
Pilot.
I think we need to rethink Kate's automatic C for white dudes in suits.
Yeah, there's some
Next
there's some
video game
interesting.
machines, 'cause- listen, they had to wheel. What is he standing on?
On the wing.
On the wing of the plane.
No. The guy below
Oh.
on the left there. He's like on a box. Is he?
He's,
Oh.
He's
the
behind. I'm
wheel.
sorry. I thought he was standing
Yeah.
atop a box. That's a.
Now,
that
so
seemed like wow, that's a
here's
lot of
the-
work for a terrible photo. I'll leave it at that.
here's the exception to the rule is that like if it's just guys in suits and cabinets, then it's boring. But if you
Right.
add a third element, then it has
Yes.
potential.
That's true.
Fighter plane in the field.
Cripes a mighty in a field.
Grapes of ID third.
But does that elevate it to a B or an F?
Right. It doesn't quite go F to me, but I do have a question about whether this elevates it to a B or a D for me.
Elevates.
Yes.
I
Does
am
it soar or does it?
I don't know. For me, the composition isn't doing it, so
Yeah.
I put it in C. That's my bet. So I don't help at all.
Cripes a mighty is not a C. Cripes a mighty is a star.
This is a B easily.
So that plane, the plane itself is very much a C or maybe even a D. It was built too late in the war to actually do anything. They shipped it to New Zealand, and by the time it reached New Zealand, the war was over. Shipped it back, kept it in storage for about 10 years, took it out of storage to see if it would work as a terrestrial home defense unit. It was worthless for that, so it went back into storage. Did the air show run for a couple years. At the time this photograph was taken, it was being restored, and it has been restored a couple times since then, and mostly just shows up at air shows.
Huh.
There we go. More interesting than you think.
More interesting than
Just like
Cripes a mighty.
Do you recognize any of the people in this photo, Alex?
No, one of them has to be Arnold Kamenkow because we're in the Kamenkow era, but I don't know what he looks like, so.
I'm gonna have to say, like they got the pilot aspect with the plane, but there's nothing time going on here, so I gotta downgrade it, and it might go from C to D because of that.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think I'm going D. It's not a C. It's either a B or a D, and I think I'm going D.
All right, Dale, you're the tiebreaker, or it will go to C if you answer wrong.
I was a B, so we're at a messy loss here.
Yep. So that means it's a C, right in the center.
Alrighty. Alrighty.
That's where it goes.
Sometimes it just be that way.
It's C that way. Okay,
Oh,
next
dear.
up. February 1st, 1983 Playmeter. My God. I don't even know what this is
no.
supposed to be.
Oh no.
boy.
Looks like Beat Saber.
It's true. Oh my God. This predicted Beat Saber.
I'm giving it an A.
I am not doing that.
Oh no. Oh no.
What is it? Okay, this says Video Futures is what this says. Exploring new fantasies. Like that. I would have thought this was Cube Quest, but Cube Quest wasn't out yet. So
Yeah, I think this is just an artist rendering of the future.
And they got it right. So I mean, hey.
Got some Space Invaders in the back.
Oh.
yeah, this is an F.
I can't give this an F in good conscience.
It's the color combination
Yes,
that does
that
it
is-
for me.
Yeah.
It feels like if you posted this on light social media, it should come with like a warning. It's not a flashing warning, but it's like a, you might, if you are prone to epileptic fits, don't look directly at this cover. By the
Just
way,
like the
you
blue
absolutely
or blue or
crashed
gold
it.
dress.
Not only did you trash the words on the page, but you even somehow came up with a unique version of your own masthead that looks awful.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can change
It is
that
also-
to be weird.
Oh god, yeah. I have to give it an F for the color scheme. Like if
Yeah.
the colors weren't as obnoxious, it wouldn't be an F, but that's bad.
Also,
See,
this
I was
is,
gonna
like,
say that they believed in this cover so much that they went with the desert chrome look for their logo.
Laner,
somehow this is for the future, but we've got I guess the Tron imagery, which was from the year before this, and then way in the back there's Space Invaders from however many years before this. Like why? No, over this side, to the right.
Oh, okay, there it is.
Oh, it's hidden.
Oh wow, yeah, look at that.
Like the future Space Invaders.
Yeah, I'm even more offended now that you pointed that out. Yeah,
It's even more F now.
exactly. I can sleep at night putting this in the F folder now.
All right, Kate, you've been
Like
Because
a
I think
baby.
what this is suggesting is that Space Invaders is the past and polygons are the future, and they got it right.
Hmm.
But there were no Polygon games. I think they were just screwing around at this point.
There was iRobot, and you know it.
No, not yet.
They were visionary. Well,
It's
Besides,
84.
they're wire.
It was
Besides,
Ju-
they're wireframes, not polygons.
yes. You know, there was Battlezone.
oh, you're
but,
right. You're right.
anyways,
June
that's F.
84.
On to February 15th, 1983. All right, this one's interesting. And this, by the way, this Chrome Playmater thing is going to continue for a while. So you just have to contend.
So that was the
being
intro to it.
It looks better though against that black background.
there. Yes, definitely. Yeah, this is. I like how he's playing Pac-Man and there's a nuclear explosion in the back here.
Yeah, I don't
What's going on
understand
in the background?
the.
That's definitely an
Oh,
explosion.
it's like a
I believe it is a recreation of Luna 25 landing on the moon just last week. That's the Russian one that crashed.
Oh.
My eyes don't even read that as an explosion.
Yeah, I
It
don't know
looks
what
like
that's
some
supposed
underwater
to be.
creature.
It's
I
a
think-
moon. It's the
Yeah,
moon.
yeah.
Okay,
That's
there's the moon.
yeah.
Alright.
It's because it's a space age thing, so that's a moon.
All right.
Behind
At least he's dramatically lit, but he's playing Pac-Man.
Yes.
and he's very dour about it. Look at that face.
Quite unhappy.
Look at that face. He is quite unhappy.
I'm playing
'Cause
Pac-Man
he-
in 1983. What the heck?
He could be out with the space age technology, and instead he is playing Pac-Man.
Ah, man, this one, like, it's competently framed as a photo and everything, but nothing
is.
about the photo makes any sense, and it just.
No,
So I
it's
say
a very
C.
confused composition.
He'd rather be playing Mr.
I would say
Do.
C.
Upset that he's not playing Mr. Do.
That's right. If
You can
only
tell-
he
look,
had.
his hand is down below. He's only got one hand on the
If
machine.
only he had a conversion board for that Pac-Man table.
We are
turn
going to
it
get
into Mr. Do.
a Mr. Do themed cover. It is one of the best, I'm going to tell you.
Excellent. Yeah, I would say C here. There's a mix of competence and incompetence that balance each other out.
That's a good way to put it.
Any objections to C?
Nah.
All
Flush
right.
it
No.
down the sea hole.
Into C. We've got no. Have we even done a single B this time around yet?
One B,
Okay.
I believe.
All right. Now we are on to March 1983 replay. A bunch of people in a room.
Oh wow. D.
Some of
Oh,
whom didn't
gee.
sign
Don't
a
even
disclosure
care about anything
agreement.
else there.
apparently.
Yeah, that's scan quality.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That is definitely scan quality. But
I don't have any problems with D.
is that Chief Engineer Montgomery Scott, second from the left, seated?
Oh, I know this is Chuck Arnold. That's Chuck Arnold.
No, I know it's not Scotty. I'm just making a joke because he
Oh,
looks
that's
vaguely
it's-
like Scotty.
Anybody else I recognize in here? No, I don't think so. That's Chuck Arnold. I know him. Okay, D.
Well, it's Paul Jacobs, isn't it, in the back?
In the
On the right?
On the right.
On the right, all the way to the right. No, it's not.
No.
Now that I see him closer, it's not.
There's one dude in the back there who you should be suspicious of. He's like 6'3".
Oh.
Yeah.
He's
With
way
the
in
handlebar.
back. He's taller than everybody. Yeah, that guy. Ah, look at that. Oh, that guy.
Okay, down into D.
Yeah.
Next one, March
Yeah.
1st, 1983 play meter. They're going back to the
What
the
company was that, by the
illustrations.
way?
That last one was
Oh,
April,
dear.
or that was March play meter, 83. Okay.
I like looking at this. I
Those-
I want at least an A. Well, I'm gonna say at
Those-
least a B. I will push for A.
Those are some luscious lips there.
Mm.
He's got the meter running. I see the flag up there. This is Space Taxi.
I know.
Why is
That was
this
my first
wheel
thought.
centered? What?
It is a space taxi.
Yeah.
We're still many years away from the fifth element.
In the future, everyone drives in the center of the road,
Yes.
on going both ways.
Yes.
Does this
Yes.
graphic have some kind of like precedent? I feel like surely it's stealing from some pop culture reference that I'm forgetting.
I got no clue.
No, I think it's just trying to be vaguely Mobius and kind of doing a weak job of it, you know?
And this clutch is like, why would you put it there? Why would it be positioned in that spot? Yeah, I'm down on this. I call it a D.
I would also call it a D.
D? Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
Oh, me and Lanier was A, and I was like, maybe. I'm thinking more B. The composition's not bad. The coloring is good.
Man, I don't know.
understand the relevance. We've seen
It's-
some bad compositions to call this a D.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. That's fair. You're actually convincing me.
I feel like I'm missing a TV show that if I had seen it, this would all make sense.
I could go B on this. It's really not that bad. The figure is not as horrible as some of the other figures we've seen.
Was the heavy metal movie out by this time?
That's what I'm
Yeah.
wondering.
I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe
I
so.
think it was
I think-
82.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically. That's
I'll join you in the B crowd. It's fine.
What do you think?
You
Kate?
convinced me.
Give me
Yeah,
another.
I just feel like it's so absurd that I want to like it, but the face is so ugly
Yeah.
that it's
course.
definitely not.
It's the
definitely
best.
not an A.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's the best face we've seen in a while. We have seen some faces today.
Back to that kid and the dolphin.
Part of me wants this to be an F just because it's so fantastically absurd.
What are we going with? We
And
gotta
like
know.
the more I'm looking at it, I feel like the more I look at it, the more I keep noticing just ridiculous things. Like
Yeah.
like the antenna on top of his head and how
Mhm.
it's actually glowing.
And the paperwork that he has on his sun visor there. on the car, not his visor, the sun visor on the car.
Yeah, they got the details on there.
Up and to the right, up and to the right.
You-
Up
Oh,
to the
that.
right.
The
Ah,
sun visor.
Where the-
It's got some paperwork
And
sticking
look at
out
the
there.
the crookedness of this holster for some
Oh,
reason.
Yeah,
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 this is elastic. I don't know. It's not.
yeah.
Or
No,
what
No, like they put the details in there.
it's a B. There's more
I'm
effort
hearing
here
a lot
than,
of B's here.
than a typical play meter.
I believe that's airbrush too.
And
Yeah.
and I like that they realized that they couldn't just use the same silver on play meter, that they used that they mixed it up a little bit and gave it some texture for this one.
Okay,
that was very
gotta hear
self-aware. of
your
them.
answer. Because I'm still in D.
Oh, B. Or I feel bad relegating it to B, where it will be
I know.
lost
I want it to
forever
be
amongst
F,
the B.
where we can look at it.
All right, well, there's 3 B's, so there
I
it
might
goes.
turn code and go F here.
Into B.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes, we
I
have
will
to be
not forget
unbiased. We can't have
wait,
personal.
quickly before we go, can we see if we can find the author, the artist's SIG somewhere?
I feel like it's the same guy that's done the others, because the style of the face and the style of the lips
Okay.
says to
probably
me that
inside the issue.
says to me it's the same guy that did some of the others we've seen.
Okay.
The fact that most of the face is obscured is probably what saved him
Yeah.
from giving us another unfortunate face.
Okay,
Yep.
now we move on to March 15th, 1983 from Playmeter.
Oh
A
no!
guy with paperwork.
Lot
But
of
I
paperwork.
actually kind of like this. Even though
That is a man that knows it's time to panic, but is trying not to let on to the people around him that it is time to panic. That is the expression right there.
Is that Mr. Do right there? That might be Mr.
Oh,
Miss Pac-Man and Mr. Do?
yeah.
Not a bad duo.
Hmm.
This is an automatic C.
Pretty much.
But he's
You
like
like the-
doing something.
Yeah. The papers
It's
are
not
the
enough.
third. The papers are a third element here.
It's true. Because zoom in on the
Getting
papers.
closer to it.
Look how they're displayed. Look how he's holding this chaos.
I
You can
can't
actually
in good
almost
conscience
read
say
that.
this is good enough to be a B.
Yeah, no, it looks like the tax forms. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm a C on it as well, but I'm just saying, I don't think it's automatic. I think you have to discuss it to get it to a C. That's my only point.
Well,
But
the
I am a
paperwork.
C.
All
But
right.
I am a C.
Okay, the next issue is a special one. April 1983. It is a cultural moment that will be remembered in the annals of history as a true noble cause. It is Twin Galaxies.
Oh God.
Huh.
There's a lot of different
There.
photos of this event. You can find them online as well.
There he is, the father of esports,
Walter Day,
Walter Day.
right there. Dork as hell. Yeah. So, yeah, I've seen these photos a whole lot of times. So, the chaos is kind of endearing in its own way.
I would give it a B because they are capturing a moment. Like,
Yeah.
it's not meant to be perfectly composed. So I would give it a B.
Same.
Why did they stop at international scoreboard when they could have called it what is
Intergalactic?
yeah, intergalactic. Yeah.
Because Walter Day is a very humble man, okay?
Mm.
What? So did they? This picture represents what? This iconic
I believe
photo.
that this is the moment when they were
Jump the shark.
Autumnawa was named Video Game USA, basically.
Yeah, capital.
Okay,
Video game
this is
capital.
the ceremony that's gotten a bit of hype, and Walter's off to the side. That's probably the mayor or something.
He's got an Atari
Yeah.
shaped
And
award.
Walter's going to be the keeper.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I believe that's Don Osborne there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's more info in the issue, but not that I've looked too far into this because, oh man, the whole Twin Galaxies thing, you know, even before it was retroactively tainted by more recent events, it was just like, this always felt a little self-aggrandizing, you know. Autumnoa as video game capital USA.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, compositionally, this cover's only good. Uh-oh.
You're kind of.
Yeah, you started cutting out again, Ethan.
Oh, okay.
Now,
Yeah.
in context, what's happening right now in the industry is things are falling completely to pieces, right?
Yes, that is correct. This is like that scene in Downfall, the German movie about the Battle of Berlin, where they all have the party at night in this one, you know, palatial building while the Soviets are closing in. This is,
Okay.
you know, that's what this. That's what
Relatable.
This is.
It's a relatable.
Imagining
analogy there,
Walter
Alex,
Day
for sure.
excitingly talking about cyanide.
We can mix a metaphor here.
All right.
I just wanted to reflect on that, considering the covers that we've seen. D, C, blah.
Yeah, I don't like that the words were not centered, regardless of it being like a candid shot. It's like you could have got that centered in there. And what are the twin galaxies? Like the Milky Way, and what's the other one? What is it?
Well, but in all seriousness, I do believe that Twin Galaxies is not centered because they were trying to get all the
I elevate it to C.
fair. That's also fair. I think it's B or C. You know, personally.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, so
I have
I gotta go round table.
Explanation for what?
Yeah.
Laner, what are you thinking?
No. Oh yeah, I'll go with B on this just because it's as far as the photograph covers go, this is like, I mean, less. It's not just boringly posed; it's something actually happening and is sort of intentionally posed. But then also like an actual event, so a little bit of that kind of energy as well. So that just brings it above the kind of the C tier photographs that we usually get. So yeah, B.
And Dale?
C, but if it holds anything up, no. Don't take my vote because I'm getting angry continuing to look at this.
Well,
Wanna
I think
stop
that
looking.
centers
Whatever
us
they-
in C.
whatever he just said.
ultimately.
It's my answer.
Yeah, C. C's where it goes.
It looks sloppy, like
It is.
like Alex noticed, or like you guys noticed. Its composition looks bad.
All right,
Yeah,
we're
my
moving
eyes.
on. We are getting to.
C.
I was
or D
actually
either.
looking up. I can't find the reason why it's called Twin Galaxies. They have
Probably
no
in
explanation
Keith's
for that
book.
on their website.
I'll have to go.
Interesting.
Look
It's a good name, right?
Yeah,
It
it's
rolls
yeah.
off the tongue.
It's memorable, yeah.
Okay, we move to April 1st, 1983. Play
I don't know. It
Meter.
depends on what it means as to whether it's good.
Okay, this is an interesting story.
Ethan, I
here.
think you're cutting out.
Oh,
Maybe.
jeez, again.
Is it like a play on Twin Cities?
Except they're in Iowa. You know.
No. In the middle of nowhere. in one city. That's
Okay. Are you hearing me?
Oh. I like it. Yeah, you're lagging, I think.
Yes.
Yes, but I'm guessing from the time delay that you're lagging.
just keeps respawning like Tom Cruise in that movie.
Oh.
Okay. Can you hear me?
So have you put the router up on like stilts or something to keep from overheating? Or?
It does not appear to be doing the overheating thing anymore.
Okay. But yeah, you seem to be fine for now. Everything's clear, and we're not having a delay in our
stop
talking.
streaming, so hopefully it's okay now. All right, so yeah, this one, there's an interesting story behind this cover. This is part of the Simotron and tournament centers. This was the first Laserdisc entertainment game, so not counting Quarter Horse, to like almost get launched. This I actually I go into this in my book. I might have to cut it, but basically this was a version of the Star Trek mainframe game in which they actually licensed the footage from Star Trek the Motion Picture for the Laserdisc footage. You would fly around, and there was like complex strategy to it. You would pick up crewmates, and you would battle against other people. It's like you would pay $5 for like 15 minutes on these things, and supposedly it was just like absolutely nuts in terms of what it was supposed to be able to do. You know, something way beyond the capabilities of what we would even think of, networked multiplayer games today. But supposedly the game never actually got finished, so that's why it faded into obscurity.
This is at least a solid B.
Yeah, I like it. And it's
This
like
is
Laserdisc
like a
entertainment.
promo
So,
photo,
like,
though.
what else were people attempting to do with Laserdisc at this time?
Well, of course, there was Astron Belt, which used some Wrath of Khan footage and some stuff from Japanese science fiction films. There was Quarter Horse, which did the gambling thing just with footage that already existed.
Oh,
There was Adventures in Videoland on the computer, but nobody ever actually made it. So
What month is this? April?
this is April 1st, 1983. The centers were supposed to be open by then, but they never did.
What stage of development right now in April is Dragon's Lair?
It is, well, in April, it's premiering at the first trade show it's shown at. It is not finished, but most of the animation is finished.
When does it? What's its release? What's our best release date on Dragon's Lair?
June 27th, 1983.
Right, so you're not finished, but goddamn close because you got to go into production. You're rolling.
Yes,
things
but
into the truck
they
in 2 months.
shaved it so close. Like
Yes.
The first production thing for Dragon's Lair was like 2 weeks earlier than that. They got 7 off the line. Not even kidding. And after the AOE, when Dragon's Lair was first shown, they had to go back and they added the stuff like the flashing on the animation. They did not have that beforehand.
Okay. All right. But nonetheless, just to put it into context, even though this unreleased thing seems insane for the time, we're actually only a few months away from the public experience. Let's say we're 6 months away from people seeing Dragon's Lair.
Yes, and here's the craziest thing to me. So first of all, this licensed the Star Trek the Motion Picture footage from Gulf and Western, who also had to license the footage for Astron Belt. And the Simotron tournament centers open in San Diego, where the first 2 companies to make a Laserdisc entertainment game are. Which is crazy.
Makes total
Yeah,
sense.
I'm going B because I think this is like it's a nice image. Of course, it's like really well produced image. I guess they're also probably getting some money from whoever on Star Trek at this point. And it's also a good thing to lead with for the magazine, because it seems like they're saying, hey, we are going to branch out these video games or arcade games into entertainment center, much more fancy things if we actually get this to work, and if your arcade operators are willing to pony up the cost for these things.
They were quite expensive machines by all accounts.
I would expect.
This photo is straight up stolen from like a flyer. Zoom in
Yeah,
again.
it's
Let's
got-
take a
I
look
mean,
at
there
those
was
yeah,
no.
of course.
Yeah, this is definitely from the company.
Right, and
Um,
that's why it's a B for me and not an A. It's not original, but it's competent.
Mm-hmm.
Too
It is.
competent for play meter.
Exactly.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Any objections to B?
No.
Okay, into the folder. Next up,
Makes me wonder what other photos exist out there.
basically what's in this issue. That's it. That's all that exists. There's like 4 other photos.
So there's no schematics. We have no idea what on that control panel actually works.
Well, those look like they're just those don't look like buttons. Like those look like they're just like inserts on there. So they probably don't. Have
I know
finished.
that they're like, yeah. I believe that this keyboard up here is the fully
Okay.
functional thing. So they would have an I know it was very complex, but like the idea was more the feel than the reality. Okay, so we go to April 15th, 1983.
Oh dear.
The AOE 83 Where Dragon's Lair premiered.
Keep it gold.
RSVP. Leather outline stitching with gold plating.
Yeah,
Evil
I
Playmater.
I don't know what they're trying to invoke with that. I mean, I know it's an invitation, but leather with gold-plated letters? I mean, what combination is that?
Oh, come on, Kate, help us out here. Come on, this is so stolen from something. Look how much effort the poor artist put into this to come up with crap.
Well, I
Like,
mean,
it looks bad, but what is it stealing?
the whole Desert Chrome thing was the movement at the time. Like everyone was doing it. Like Electronic Games was doing it. Everyone was doing it. The leather thing is a little odd.
They're old fashioned.
But it feels like a book from something like fantasy, you know, like some kind of book you'd find in a token thing, except space age because of the shiny letters. I don't know.
Right? Yeah, it's the juxtaposition of the two that doesn't work. Like the leather's fine, the gold letters are fine, but why are they together?
Yeah.
What are we saying?
I'm saying a C because even it's fairly ridiculous, but like the two parts of it are each competently done. It's just they don't go together.
I don't like it. D.
Harsh but fair.
Dale?
C, and it was a lot of airbrush paint waste.
Kate?
I'd go with B because I feel like it's not boring.
All right, it's into C then. There it goes.
Yeah.
Okay, now we have April 23rd, 1983, Cashbox. This is quite dark. Sorry, not much I can do about that. But this is a Gyrus thing. Who was it? Centauri? Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah,
That-
they did. Yeah.
Centauri release. So we've got some elements from the game, the poster. We got them standing up on one of the things. You know, this is all just a ripoff of Bosconian, ultimately.
Are those the same two people just repeated?
I believe
Yes.
so.
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
I feel like
honestly, I would have argued for B if it had just been those two people, but then they repeated it because they're like, there's this open space here. I don't know what to do with it. Use the other photo of them. It's no.
I mean,
Total failure.
whenever you impose something on top of another, like, I think you really need to be paying attention,
Yeah.
and they definitely did not.
They've got
care.
that spaceship right
uh,
there. They just move that over, put it at tilt, boom, you take up that space. What are they doing? What are they doing?
I think it's a D minus. I don't think it's quite F territory, but it's very close. Like they're gonna pass the class, but the instructor doesn't like them very much.
Yeah, I say D.
Agreed.
I can't argue a D. I'm assuming, by the way, the lighting here, the coloration
Yeah.
is due to the bad scan.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the one from Archive.
Right.
I wasn't gonna go out and get a better version of this. For
I was just could have been like, yeah, it could have. Cashbox was a pretty goddamn big magazine, so
Yeah.
if this was their cover one month, there would have been a lot of discussion.
Yeah. No, it's normally it's good most of the time.
Yeah.
All right, now May 1983 replay, and this is a style that they will
Oh.
continue to come back to, of big white space and then.
Oh
everything
God.
Stern's engine on track.
inside.
There's Davy, the conductor.
Yeah. And
Well, it's a
anyone
cute image. It's a
which one's
all
uh,
vertical image.
Lauren
One of
should
those
be
may
in
be
here.
Lauren Bromley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely my.
That's the
thought.
way that photograph was intended to be used.
That is.
So it's,
Listen.
what are
I
these
feel
games?
like
I'm
I
trying to
feel like
figure
if we put that engine number in to something on the web, we would learn the entire history of this engine. Those train people are frightening like that.
out. Yes, it is true.
Okay, so we got two. There's a lot to unpackage here. First of all, I'm arguing immediate B to counter any of your C's and D's that are put here because this is like the most work yet that I've seen. Now the plane was one. So what was the plane? Was it Replay or was it another magazine?
I think,
No, that was maybe.
I think that was a replay.
Yeah,
I think it was Replay as well. So this
Yeah,
is a
Replay.
Replay thing where we grab like 12 of the office members. Or before it was 3. Now we're actually going to bring half the office.
It's clear to me that the entire office wants to conga, but the woman at the front of the line is not having it.
Somehow, but she's worried because there's actually 3 cabinets that are on the tracks right now, about to be destroyed by an oncoming train.
I can't
Who's
even
the
tell what
dude?
these
Do we know
games
who's the dude who got the engineer's cap on? Who's that?
That is Mr. Gary Stern, the president of Stern Electronics.
Guy? Okay, so his tie's askew.
It was probably a windy day. It's an
Probably a
action
windy
shot.
day. And they even had in order to get this shot done, they had to invite the 3. There's at least 2 train guy. Those are train dudes.
I mean, yeah, I mean,
Those are not Stern employees. Maybe they
Look in
are.
the
They
80s.
look like
so
they're-
yeah, they still
I'm-
had 3
I'm-
employees on the train at the time. 2 in the lead, and then 1 person in the back. They have
Yeah.
gotten that down to 2 these days. They are trying to nail it down
Yep.
to 1.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Welcome to the U.S.
So some poor bastard had to lug 3 cabinets out there to the train tracks.
yeah.
Perfect. Good picture. I hate the composition of these covers from this point on.
They won't be all like this, but
Yeah,
they are,
I
this
know.
is a style that they do.
But I argue solid B because this looks like the most aggressive that Replay photographer has been yet. He's already got his MO. He knows what he's... He goes, he gets the employees, he sticks them in some weird place with some cabinets outside, because you can light, there's no lighting needed here.
Yeah.
You're outside in the day.
Stands
It's
on
perfect.
top of a truck that's driven on top of the rails. Get
Yeah.
the down angle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
But-
like the photo, but like when you take it in with the hole, oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with this one. I honestly don't.
Well, you're going
It
to punish
looks
every
like-
Replay cover coming, because like Ethan said, this is...
Yeah.
a lot of them will have this style.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
I-
looks like the photographer had a composition in mind for how to, like, they made room for the text. So there's like potentially text could go along the right side. Potentially
Okay.
the replay logo could go up top. And somebody said, no, we're going to do this instead.
yeah.
And that for me brings it down.
I call it a D.
Ooh,
I'm going with C.
I think I'm going with C. But I'm not entirely sure what to make of this.
Laner?
Yeah, I'll go C on there.
All right, down it goes.
whoosh.
Gary, you have not conducted your train well. Better luck next time you name a company.
And
after
for
yourself.
God's sake, bring a tie clip. They make them.
I think Kate's 100% right. This thing was shot and composed to have replay up there at the top.
Yeah.
And then the
Yeah,
stuff
that-
running down the right hand side, and somebody didn't know how to do burn text or something. They didn't have time.
Okay, on we go. May 1st, 1983, Playmeter. Illustration time.
What?
Oh dear.
What?
Why?
Oh,
Oh.
no.
Oh, the arcade
it's down
operator
in
is
the
out
dumps,
trash.
you know,
Oh
the-
no.
Yeah.
That guy is taking a crap in that trash.
Yeah.
Every time I see this, that is my first thought.
Also, global warming has set the Earth on fire.
It's true. Operator Shakeout, Survival of the Fittest. The thing is, like, you know, they have this kind of title, and then it has nothing to do with, like, you know, the strong will survive or anything. It's just, man, this sucks. Like, that's the vibe that's going on here.
Why is that one guy on the left back there creeping?
Can we?
I
let's
noticed.
examine some of the people here. There's some.
This
there's some
guy's pointing at
children.
the guy taking a dump in the trash can.
Yeah, yes.
Well,
This
what
is
is
a
funny
giant
is
cat. Look how big it is.
there's wild feral cats. There's small children roaming the streets.
Yes.
With
There's a-
stick and hoop, it looks like to me.
Okay. There's
And
a closed. There's a closed, dilapidated arcade.
With a
Boarded
giant
up arcade.
padlock.
Yeah.
And a giant cobweb.
And then next to it, a prosperous active arcade, which is a little. I'm guessing. Okay, so the guy taking his shit in the can, he is the old arcade owner operator,
Why was
and
he
he's
put
just
in the
been put
trash
out of
can?
business.
He's had a few too many. We can see the evidence there at the base of the can. He's had a few too many, and he's taking care of that. He is also a midget because this guy doesn't know what proportions are.
Look at the
I
people
feel like-
dancing inside. There's no machines. This is an arcade in the classic style. It's just a building with an overhang.
The lights don't on the side of the building don't illuminate all the way. I don't know what they're trying to illuminate. They don't illuminate the door. They don't illuminate the sign. They stop at the top of the windows. So I don't know what those lights are doing for the arcade operator.
And
And-
where is this
and
guy
the
getting
world-
lit from, as well?
Yeah, and yes, right, exactly. Because
The
I
Earth's
mean, he's
scorching
got
sun behind him.
yes, and like the world is literally dying in the background. It is on fire. So this is a glorious F right here.
For Playmeter, there's a lot of effort going on here.
Yes,
Definitely.
all misdirected.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Like
But
when,
I don't feel like I can give it an F in good conscience, but it's in that territory.
This isn't
You
hurting
know
me
who
the
else put
same
in a lot of
way.
effort? Dale Hitler. Okay. I mean, I don't know why.
do
How
that
much
twice.
effort?
You've done that twice. You
I
can't do that
know.
twice.
Godwin's law is it's here.
2
but
hours
I'm-
in, mark it.
But I'm just saying, you know, just because they put in effort doesn't mean we give them an attaboy for it.
Do not, under any circumstances, congratulate.
Kate, what are you thinking?
I feel like he has kind of a shifty eyes going on where he might be kind of conspiring, and I don't know what he plans to do with that garbage can when he's done with it.
Mm,
I don't know. I don't know what to give it for a letter because it's
He's also lit from the left and the right with
Yes,
no
yes.
obvious light sources for either.
I'm going with C.
I think he's actually on
this
fire.
ain't boring.
It's not boring, but it's like it's this like good and bad that kind of evens out for me. I don't know.
There is no good in this world.
Laner, what are you thinking?
I'll go. I see. I don't want to give it F because it is like presumably original art and it follows a theme of whatever this article is intended to be. It is appropriate for it. It looks weird, but like, I kind of just want to give it a D. Just kind of like just missing, like not being awful enough in all regards, and but just not really succeeding at anything that it is trying.
Yeah, I think we'll throw it in D with that.
That sounds fair based on the spread of opinions.
Yeah. All right. Let's see if May 15th is any better. The AoE 83 in review.
The Polaroid random shot of Norway.
Gottlieb Amusement Games. That name's not lasting much longer.
Yes, it's true. Food fight.
Food fight. That's right. Many fine foodie fights.
Oh yeah, they're all food fight. Man, Atari had a huge booth. Look at this. Look at the size of it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. It's Atari.
And they didn't get any notice because
And
all eyes
they
were on
have-
Dragon's Lair.
And they have the overhead monitors
yeah,
hooked up
true,
to all
yeah.
those food fights as well, so
Look
that
at
people
that.
can see the
Wow.
food fighting action from a distance.
This is ridiculous.
It's
Yeah.
Atari at the height of its hubris.
hmm
I give an A to the booth and a C to the cover.
Yeah,
Decent shot. Yeah, I call B.
I would also call B, just because again they're trying to capture an action shot. Could they have caught a better one? Probably, but that's why I'm not giving it an A.
This is play meter, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yuck. D.
Oh.
I really look at the gap. You had all that space in terms of your shot, but you also AoE 83 in review. This huge.
Yeah.
I so empathize with Playmeter when it comes to layout. They're the sloppiest and laziest.
That might
know
be
why
Tom
that-
Campbell.
I know why that
Electronics.
section is there. But what a hard picture to take, right? It never looks good.
Yeah.
How do you take that picture? You have to be literally.
I
like,
mean,
up in the
I
air.
could show you some CES photos where they got like a real good view of stuff, but that's mainly because they have elevators, so that
Right,
or
exactly. Give me a
escalators.
12-foot ladder and I
Escalators,
can make
yeah.
that a good shot. But
Right.
Otherwise, from here it looks like shit.
Laner, what do you think?
It's not enchanting me enough for B, so I'm going C.
All right, to see it goes.
Yep.
Okay, replay June 83. We are once again on Atari. All right.
Oh, there's John Farrand.
Yep, John Farrand, Don Osborne, Jerry Marcus, I believe.
Could be.
It's not Shane Briggs. Yeah, I don't know these three guys in the back here. Yeah, it's Star Wars. Classic cabinet. You never want to play it in the upright because, this is just objectively superior.
Yeah.
Yep.
What do you guys want to do? How about we stick up our thumbs? Okay, stick up our thumbs.
John and Don will be going down to their yacht club as soon as this photography session is completed.
The other guys are not invited.
How are these guys going to lose their boats in the next quarter?
Well, Don Osborne's gonna die.
Some
So.
dude-
Yeah,
was
yeah.
just-
Don Osborne's a dead man walking, unfortunately.
Oh, all right. I'm sorry.
Was it a heart
Don.
condition, was it?
Heart attack, yeah.
Heart attack, okay.
Okay, but that's the coin op reaper.
Yes.
It is the coin op.
They live knowing that's a thing.
John Farrand went on to a very successful career at Panavision. Warner looked after him because Warner owned Panavision at the
So
time.
he got the fuck out of coin op. All right, he gets. To
Yes, he
keep his
did. Steve took care of him.
boat. Kate's rule applies. C minus.
Yeah,
That was a
I
C.
think I think it's a solid C.
Okay.
I agree.
June 1st, 1983, Playmeter Dynamite!
Dynamite!
Yeah.
I like this. This is actually attractive, unlike your typical Playmeter composition. I like it.
Arcade savvy advice from the experts.
I don't
What
know
does it
why the
mean?
arcades are. Yeah, I don't know what it means, but you know, it's got a beat. I can dance to it.
Means the arcade.
And it's got the pixel font, or it's a pixel graphic kind of thing. Yeah, that's
Solid,
B.
solid B, solid B.
Yeah.
I'll give
I
it a
agree.
B for being more interesting than everything else we've been looking at recently. So,
All right, B it goes.
The arcades are exploding.
So,
They're falling to
waiting
pieces.
for that Arcades Part 2.
Yeah, I think that's the idea. Yep, we're going right to
It's the
part
Dark
2
Middle chapter.
in June 15th, 1983. So
Well, let's-
almost a year
Let's see what they
after
do with part 2.
the collapse goes. All right, ready? Are we ready?
Let's do
Hold
it.
your
Let's
butts.
do it.
Here we go.
Ooh.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, not bad at all.
I like that one. I think I can go A on that.
I'm not going there.
But if 1 and 2 could be together.
Maybe.
Yeah,
There's
Maybe
something
B.
about the composition on this. You know, the
maybe,
way
maybe,
that the drawing.
maybe B.
This
Yeah.
is his best
Fits
work
in.
since Space Taxi, frankly.
Definitely.
I think it feels A because we've seen so much like crap.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think that's why that was my first instinct. But yeah, B is better.
Yeah, B.
You think this food's good because you're starving to death.
Any idea what game this is supposed to be?
Wing Commander.
There we go. Yeah, basically, it's got that feel. Yeah. This inspired Wing Commander. Chris Roberts picked up an old issue of Playmeter,
Playmeter
from
magazine.
June 15th, 1983. All right, B. Into the B. Now we got another cash box. June 23rd, 1983. From Midway. Larry Burke, Tom Neiman, and who's the other guy? Dick Canopa, which I have no idea who he is.
Oh, that's a Journey cabinet.
Yep. Journey back here.
And also
And the
Mappy.
classic Mappy with the giant overhang. Anybody
Yeah.
else seen this in person?
Oh no, I haven't seen one in
No.
person.
I have. Over at Galloping Ghost. And I forgot that was there. I was like, oh, man.
I don't seem to recall those. Why? That's not part of the game, though. You can play Mappy without the overhang.
I'm sure that they offered
There's
a
no
version
function.
without this, but that was part of, this is their version to be deluxe without, spending out that much.
Right, but there's no gameplay component of that overhang.
No,
No.
Right. I've seen Mappy. I played Mappy, but I don't
Yeah.
remember ever seeing one with that on it.
This is your classic guys in suits
Yep,
C-suite.
C.
D,
Yeah.
But I want to go D on that because I don't like the way that none of them are posing with the cabinets. They're all posing in front of it, so that the cabinets can be easily removed in case they move on and want to use these headshots for their next DO position.
And rightfully so. Mappy barely did. No, both these games were just. Journey was an enormous disaster.
Yeah, Journey was definitely a disaster. I don't think Mappy was a disaster. I just don't think it did well.
Yeah, it was.
To
Just,
me,
it was.
Journey
it was
represents. Journey is like Donkey Kong 3 in this era.
there.
We really need to have a
Okay.
chat about like when the. I
The
know
Donkey
that the
Kong
collapse is
3s
already
of,
upon us.
Coin Up World.
But it feels like at this point, the ramifications of the crash have made all their way back to the design phase, and at this point, there's just desperation, manifest as Journey.
I
In the
think they
arcade.
should have made an arcade of Yes instead.
Ha!
That would have been great. I would be down for going to whatever Yes cabinets out there. But that is too good of music. And it would be owner
Yes
of a
ever
Lonely
had
Heart,
pinball?
which is...
Yes must have had a pinball machine, didn't
No.
they?
Definitely has
there's
that.
an opportunity.
Yeah.
Get the hell
I
on
mean, get some Roger Dean artwork on a pinball. My God, that would be
that.
insane.
Come on, it sells itself.
A whole
Okay.
Roger Dean game. That would be amazing.
Oh yeah, just a Roger. That would be something
Yeah.
else. Some people have tried to do Mobius art styles in games, but nobody's done Roger Dean yet.
Mhm.
Okay, Now we go to July 1983. Brace yourselves for this one.
Oh no.
Don't zoom in. Just don't zoom in. Give it a D. Move on.
Yeah, that is definitely a D. That
Yep.
that
Solid
moves
D.
beyond
Yep.
our guys in suits.
D for Dynamo.
Now, did we just look at a replay a minute ago? It was a replay a second ago, right?
That was a
The
cash
previous
box.
one?
Yeah, it's Cashbox.
So replay. Okay. Okay, I see the problem, right. Cashbox has real photographers.
Yes.
I don't even know what this is. The replay guy with the Polaroid,
Yeah.
and they put him in front of a goddamn foosball and pool table.
No, I mean,
But
they're not
fair
even
enough.
there. These are imposed, I'm pretty sure. No,
Well,
the
but-
foosball
you're
is
right.
there. The foosball.
Yeah. they're putting-
Okay, we're on to the next
What
one.
the
Oh, welcome to the
Oh, hell yeah.
jungle.
Go.
Congo Bongo!
There's Frank Fogelman. Rest in peace.
Yes.
His last
They
ever
actually composed it so that there is a foreground element.
Mhm.
Like,
Yes,
Yeah.
we're peeking at him
Yeah,
through the
all right.
jungle.
And we've got a guy in a random ape suit.
Oh my
This does not
god,
look
this is
any-
just,
Hell yeah.
We have Mr. Bongo himself making
Mhm.
an appearance.
I just can't believe they booked him.
Funny thing, when they the commercial for Congo Bongo, they went for a theme of like a comedian telling a joke when they sold it in the home, which is kind of interesting. This, they were trying to sell like this is a laugh a minute kind of game, which is interesting style. Yeah, I mean, this is boring in many ways, but I mean, just like
I love it.
The
It's got an
foreground
8.
element is, and
Yeah.
it has the foreground element, which I like.
8.
do you see what Kate posted?
It's a
Yeah.
single cover we have seen so far had an ape.
man. They put 3 cabinets on a set of train tracks, lined some white people up, and you guys were like bored all to hell. Put these 2 in the jungle with the monkey.
With
You
an
can't stop.
Ape.
Ape,
Ape
excuse
is
me,
not a
yes.
monkey.
It's true. Congo Bongo was such a hard game.
It's all right.
I will be this. I like the foreground element.
B.
B
I'm
There it
I'm
goes.
okay with B.
into B.
yeah, I agree.
If the monkey had been bigger, I would go with A, but he's just kind of in the back, he's
Yeah, if he was in front, like doing,
oh yeah,
that would be great.
If he were playing bongos,
There we
absolutely.
go.
then
in the Congo.
yes.
Bingo bango bongo, I don't want to leave the Congo. As the jazz song once said.
I like to know the story of like where the locations guy found it to be like what looks most like the jungle, but is closest to your office, and Larry can still get the suit on.
This might be in the San Diego Zoo.
Yeah?
Maybe.
That's not unreasonable.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Because I've been there, so I know what it looks like. Yeah, that's possible. All right, now we move to the 15th, July 1983. The game of the year, everybody. Dragon's Lair.
Oh, no.
what is
Jim
this?
Pierce and Tom Campbell with the game. This
Well, at least
is a
one of them seems to
terrible,
be happy to be
terrible
there.
photo.
This
Oh
is-
my god. Yes, it is. Zoom in on Mr. Campbell again. Zoom in on Mr. Campbell again. Oh, he is saying send help because this is not going to get us out of bankruptcy. We are in chapter 11 and we're staying there. Oh my god.
I believe he does like have a legitimate lazy eye or something. There's something to his face.
Mm.
Well, now I feel bad, but not that bad. D.
Yeah, that's a D.
Yeah, like this is the pitch on this game is that you can play a living cartoon. They are selling this to the operators. If you will bring an interactive cartoon to your locations for people to put $1. Is it like $1 a play? Was
50.
this?
50 cents.
50 cents. The first 50-cent game, and this is what you do. No, this is trash. This is awful.
The lighting of this photo is awful, so I agree with D.
And the background too. It's like
It's just a sky.
They're
like,
actually
what are they supposed to? Right, it's put back. Yeah, exactly. They're not standing on it. They're just superimposed on it. It's a mess.
D
Video
goes.
games on cable TV.
Yeah, this is not Dragon Slayer. This is
Right? Is that
different.
TV Power or
I
something?
think I figured it out. There's some
Starcade.
politics going on. Who's the guy on the right there?
Tom Campbell.
Tom Campbell.
Tom. So Tom, who's obviously his left eye and his left aorta both are about to collapse at the same time because he knows he's not getting out of Chapter 11. Calls the editor of Playmeter and basically says, "You're gonna do me a solid? We're your July 15 cover." And the guy says, "But I don't have anything ready." And he's like, "I'm sending you the photo. We're on your cover, okay? Listen, we got 7 of these out the door last week, and we're shipping them to locations near you, basically." Where'd they produce them out of, Ethan? Wasn't it?
It was
It's
El
in
Cajon.
California, right? What?
Yeah,
El Cajon, which is
San Diego suburbs.
Yeah. I mean, it's a Californian-made game, which
Yeah.
at the time was a disastrous idea. Ask Atari.
Well, mainly, it was, yeah. I mean, their main problem was just getting the Laserdisc players, and then they overordered them, and yeah, that was a whole thing. Oh man, that.
You mean those? Yeah, those professionally capable, commercial grade.
Well, even beyond
Yeah,
that,
right.
just getting them was the real problem.
Yes, in
And-
quantity. Yeah.
Yes.
The first problem was getting them, and then the second problem was having gotten them.
Yes.
I am old enough to remember seeing an out of order sign
Mhm.
on a Dragon Slayer
Mhm.
many times.
Yeah.
All right.
Meanwhile, in Japan, Nintendo and Sega are releasing their first console.
Yep. Yep, things change at different paces on different sides of the world, but we're not done with Laserdisc yet. Oh no, we are not even close to done with Laserdisc. August
Well, it's the future,
1983
obviously.
replay. Astron Belt is the dawning of
That's
a
what
new
the
age.
future looks like.
Oh,
There's it's kind of neat, but it's also pretty bad.
yeah, yes.
I'm enjoying the hell out of this one.
Oh my goodness.
It was better than the previous one, but
Yeah,
So this is the
hard.
one.
On the way.
This is the game where they superimpose like a shooter on top of footage. Is that
Correct.
the one?
That's
Yes.
correct.
It makes me wonder, if you looked at the snippet of Nintendo SpaceX, like, were they already thinking about Laserdisc, maybe? Is that a possibility? That they were maybe thinking about doing what Astron Belt was, but in 1981?
Well, the space, re-inform me of the SpaceX situation.
Well, here, it's easier if I find a clip. Because it's a very short clip, and it's all that we know about it. Just a second.
This is a D.
I think so.
Yeah, I agree. Well, come on, you're failing me, Google.
Google has just gotten way worse in terms of searching stuff for research. It's really bad.
yeah, it's almost dysfunctional. And now being gobbled up with AI garbage.
Yes, there's that problem too. But even beyond that, there was always that, finding some phone directories in the middle of stuff and all that. That's like,
when you get to the .ru sites that have like a whole bunch of gibberish in them, you're
Yep.
like, okay, we've reached the end of the internet.
But even just a basic search, I'm sure I can find this just with the search. You have to go on fucking DuckDuckGo. My God.
I'm excited. Have you played Astron? Astron Belt was
It's bad.
was it not put out in an attempt to, am I crazy, or was it not rushed to market in order to beat Mach 3 to market?
No, this is such a, my God. The thing is about Astron Belt, it was released in Japan earlier than it was in the US.
Right.
They had announced it they'd shown it at the Japanese trade shows in like October 1982. And then it took them till June 1983 to put it out in Japan, and they were about to put it out under Sega Electronics in August 83. Then they got bought by Bally, and then Bally put it out, I believe, in September. So something went wrong in terms of the production, and we don't really know any details about that.
I've posted a video.
Yeah, I got no idea. I mean, you know, yeah, I don't even know what to think of that. My main guess would be that the date's just wrong. Of 81.
No, if you're talking about SpaceX, Game Machine reports it being
Okay.
shown at the AM show in October of 81. And
Yeah,
then
maybe
it was
it
never
was
heard from again.
Maybe it was a film backdrop, you know, just like they do the backgrounds with the projected mirrors and whatnot. Maybe that was
Right. Or, you know, it could be, you know, Laserdisc existed, but they couldn't determine it was too expensive at that point.
Yeah, and I mean the idea was in the air for a long time. It's something I go into a little bit in the book. But yeah, so we've rated that. Time to move on. We are going to August 1st, Playmeter 1983. Control panels, future picture tubes, and retrofit kits. The annual service issue.
The previous service issues actually had like technical looking aspects on it. This is just let's get some of the space art.
Yeah, it's competently done space art.
Yeah, it looks fine, but like you would have no way of knowing just from seeing porn of it that that's this week's play meter.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with this one. It's fine,
Just
I
kinda
guess.
See.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Friggin' punch drunk over
It
these.
does not inspire.
So these play mirrors, like how thick are these, and like what is it mostly? Is it like
They're a little hard to categorize sometimes. Like there's game announcements and there's industry news, op-eds. Yeah, I mean it's a trade
48?
publication.
48 pages? Seemed
48
a
pages.
No,
reasonable-
Okay.
I think in this period it's more like 100 pages for the play meters.
100? Huh.
And they're
Okay.
bi-monthly, and then the replays are 200 pages, and they're just once a month.
Now I was wondering if it was like mostly classifieds or
There's
if
a
it is
big
mostly, like,
classified
authored
section
content.
in the back, like
Okay.
20 pages.
Charts as well.
okay.
You'd get weekly charts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would say if you're talking about main content, it's industry news is the main content.
Industry news. Okay. Oh, okay.
And then they have these specialty issues. Okay. So that's gone past. September 1983 replay. More white space, but they're actually going for something here. This is a photo of the infamous unreleased game The Bouncer by Entertainment Sciences. This is very famously, this was supposed to be the game that picked pixel-based graphics and like put it to a new level. I forget what the details of the hardware of this was, but like this was hyped immensely in the coin-op space, and it never came out.
Is that like high resolution 8-bit or is it 16-bit?
I mean, you can't really classify the images by bits as such. Because
I guess, but I mean, like, is it able to do that many colors because it's able to like have, well,
I forget the details. This might be a Motorola 6800. That's a vague thing that is in my head. But there were a ton of veterans working on this. People who had worked at Cinematronics and Gremlin. It was actually one of the first companies that staffed designers that had an agent. Mr. Malcolm E.A. Kaufman. Which only Alex knows who that is, but I will take it.
Yes.
Yeah, you should look up this game sometime. The Bouncer by Entertainment Sciences. There was one guy who went in and like found all the information and supposedly found a cabinet, but he has not been heard from since. But he,
They got to him.
I have no idea what that's all about. If if there's some fraud stuff going on or something. But he definitely legitimately interviewed a bunch of people, and those are worth reading. But yeah, this is difficult. It's a good photo of this game, and it really shows off. Like this looks like Leisure Suit Larry kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I guess it fits because if it does say this is the buyer's guide, it's saying, hey, look at this game that is like leaps and bounds ahead of anything else you have except from Dragon's Lair, and you can buy it. You could read this issue to find out where you can buy it.
I'm gonna see it though.
Yeah, it hurts me, but
Is this the only place where the screenshot survives?
no, there's some footage. There's several
See,
different stuff. Yeah, it is not that
right, so
special.
it's not historically significant unto itself.
No.
But good story. Cool story, bro.
He just hit me with that, folks. He just hit me with that.
I want to say I've heard of it before, but it had to have been probably from you. I can't imagine that.
Yeah, I'd heard of it before. Probably back when it was being reported on or whatever.
All right, so that is that. A Boarding Sea. Now on to September 1983.
My God, do you ever have an intermission?
I was gonna wait till we got to the end of 1983, but
I know, but it feels like we're slowing down. They're putting out more fall issues or something. Look at the strength of that handshake.
And this jukebox is going to turn around my business, right? Yep. Right. It's like you bet.
on it.
It's like I know video games are in the dumps. I know pinball's in the dumps, but this jukebox has got your back, sir.
This jukebox, I want you to know, also does horoscopes.
That was the 70s.
You are saved. What's that in the background? Gold? What is it? Gold Brill?
Gold. Oh.
You know how your Gold Brill machine has let
yeah,
you
Gold
down
Ball.
and no one's playing Pac-Man anymore? Well, those days are over.
That's a Super Pac-Man, I think.
How high are you right now, sir? Would you like two jukebox machines in this
I'll
year
take
of
it.
our Lord
That
1983?
is Valley Midway's Gold Ball.
Gold Ball.
Has two balls, one silver and one gold, but no multi-ball feature.
Why is Tommy Lee Jones conning that man so badly?
When the gold ball is in play, all playfield scores are tripled.
Oh, very fun. I like this photo in the terms that it like shows a distributor's office. You know how crowded and stuff it is, and yeah, it gives off that vibe. It's not a super great photo, but I like the personality in it. That like people are just kind of cramped in and like moving the inventory.
Meanwhile, while they're talking about how this is going to save your business, the woman there is on the phone looking for another job. Like, hire me.
Doesn't that seem like a pretty dated-looking jukebox for '83 as well? What's on the top of that thing? I made a joke about horoscopes, but that seems like a...
They got an LCD counter in it.
Yeah, that's...
It's definitely an 80s jukebox of some kind.
Yeah, it's a C for me.
It's a D for me. It's just so boring.
B.
C, you tried.
Alright. C it goes. Okay. September 15th, 1983 by Playmeter. An interesting one.
Oh.
Black and white or gray all over. Gambling in the amusement industry is the feature story, and here are all the maze work you have to go through as an operator. Multiple
Huh.
coins, credit pokers, knockoff switches, court rulings, gambling, FBI, Justice Department, legislative acts, payouts, district attorney, organized crime, liquor control agents, and gray area games.
Huh.
A clever
Huh.
little use.
Multiple coins. I like how multiple coins is one of those big problems.
Well,
There's
you
the
see dollar
mob,
coin
but also
is gonna
there's
save us
multiple
all.
coins.
The FBI is an arm of the Justice Department, so that is that is cheating.
Well, it's nested in a cubby below the Justice Department.
That's true. That's true. I like how the district attorney and organized crime are hand in hand over there too.
Yeah, that seems about right.
I feel like there's a lot of work in that 3D drawing, but I feel like they stole stock art and put their labels.
Oh
on
yeah,
it.
yeah. Like they're repurposing that for and saying, okay, yeah, these walls are all these various issues, but it's. Yeah, I mean, they may not have commissioned it, but it's effective for.
Oh,
What is the guy doing? He's like dancing precariously on top of the maze.
the only
wall.
way to win is to cheat.
Can we zoom in on him? Oh, I see. Okay, right. He's climbing over the walls, but he still seems flummoxed a little bit.
Little rosy nosy.
Let's look at the shoes. We've had so
Alright.
few shoes.
There we
Okay,
go.
fuck, finally. Ooh, wingtips. Nice.
Yeah.
Look at the size of that dude's feet.
Yes.
What is
That's
this, like a
like- that's-
size 17, that
That's
guy?
that's
Holy
that's like
shit.
sideshow Bob feet right there.
I'll say B.
Yeah, I'll go B.
Yeah. Sure.
We'll see, so controversial. No, B, I guess. You had to get the office together to come up with your labels. I love multiple coins.
All right, B it is. All right, everybody, time to get radical. Because
Uh-oh.
it's the October 1983 issue of Replay. This is one that has stuck in my mind forever since I saw it on Keith's blog. The X
Yes!
on the
yes!
surfboard.
Riding the
This is
waves!
perfect.
Exodus
No.
Big Ten.
Notes. No notes.
Pete Kaufman, Howell Ivey, and Paul Jacobs.
What is their
Yeah.
surf rock band called?
The Exodes.
Yeah.
Dees.
Yeah. No notes.
A.
A. No notes.
I'll say B.
It's A.
All right, A it is.
Yeah, for the record, I would not consider this a legit A. I would consider this an FA.
Oh, good point. Good point.
Noted in
But-
the record.
I like to think that future viewers will start with the A's and then only look at the A's and F's.
Okay, October 1st, 1983, Playmeter. The Money Sings.
Oh.
Why does it sing? I have no idea.
It looks more like there's a stench coming from it.
Yeah. It's meant to be a speaker embedded in there, but yeah, I agree. It's that wispy stink kind of
Voiced
motif.
by Playmeter. Got a little bell on the side there. The magazine is a guide to the coin-op industry.
Whose signature do we have here?
Ralph Lally.
Editor. Ralph Lally, editor publisher. Alrighty.
No longer with us.
Yeah. Not with us for a long time.
Yes,
Crashed his car into a wall after the AOE show or something.
And Secretary.
Secretary of Fun.
Fun, okay. Pinball
Pinball
Wizard.
Wizard
Yeah.
is the
Yeah.
Secretary of Fun.
Series 1983.
Okay. I kind of like it. I'm gonna give that a solid B.
Can we
I'm
zoom into
feeling
the serial
B.
numbers?
Oh, and the cue ball as well.
Yeah,
So they represent the
cue
jukebox, the cue ball, pinball, and video games all on the thing. New Orleans, of course, is where Playmeter is located. There's a lot of nice Easter
Okay.
eggs on there.
Buyer's Video Book.
Yeah.
Go into the left-hand serial number.
It's all. Yeah, there's nothing special about the serial numbers.
It's a phone number.
Oh. Yeah, I was pretty down on this when I first looked, but yeah, if you start peering, it's like, that's kind of fun.
Oh, is that what's in the bottom right-hand corner of the bill?
That's an IC, I think.
Yeah, that's a chip. That is a chip.
You got to give it a B. The artist
Yeah.
works so hard on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. This reminds me of the sort of like stuff I was doing in high school. So for me, it's like, oh, well, yeah, all the fun little references elevate it to a C to me. I don't think it's particularly good.
There's still, I definitely think that this artist's forte is drawing inanimate objects rather than people.
Yes.
Okay, we're moving on. October 15th, 1983. Mach 3. Milstar. The greatest name change of all time.
I like it.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not super. Yeah, maybe my standard's still too high for Playmeter, but yeah.
I'm not a fan.
C.
I like
Bill,
text,
I mean-
but I feel like it's a C. I find it pretty boring.
Okay.
I kind of want to go D. I don't know if it's just a scan. I feel like the colors really do not work, but that might just be the darkness from the color from the
All right,
scan.
Alex, you're the tiebreaker.
I'll go C on it.
All right, see it goes.
Really doesn't do justice. I mean, the game had great. You could have taken a still shot. Could you not have called Rat Slime and asked them for a promotional picture?
Oh yeah, Dale, did I tell you? I went to Jeff Lee's house, so I got to see his Rat Slime, the cards, you know, for
All right.
business cards.
Nice.
Okay. Replay, November 1983. More Atari
Yeah, John Farrand and Don Osborne.
and Jerry Marcus, I think.
Uh,
Firefox. Yeah, they tried. This is a C.
Are we
I'm
faking
impressed.
backgrounds now? What is that? That's a.
It looks like they drew over the photograph. I don't think that's just a photograph of those three. I think it's painted over.
Painted over.
I don't think it's a straight
painted under.
photograph. What I mean is I don't think it's a straight photograph. I think they're drawn.
Draw?
No.
No.
That's-
Maybe? No, I guess
No.
not. I guess
Yeah,
not.
no. That's so fun. Yeah.
My joke was going to be I'm impressed that they were able to book a spaceship for their photo this time.
Yeah, I'd give it a C.
See it goes.
Let's keep it with C on this one.
Yeah.
It's one of the better ones of the executives posing with the machines, but it's not great.
I mean, John Farrand is just like an attractive man. He brightens up every photo.
Sophisticated Brit.
November 1st, 1983, Play Meter, State of the Industry Survey. I feel
What's
like
that?
the State of the Industry ones tend to be pretty good.
I like that.
Not this one.
I'm
Yeah,
saying
same.
B.
I'm saying B as well. I
I'm
like the
saying
yo-yo.
C, but I'd like to
Down
see
and
part
up.
2.
I like the yo-yo.
There. Okay, let's see. Is that part 2? Yeah, part 2 is the next one.
Yeah, I don't know. The previous one was so good. This one's just not working. It's very C for me.
All right.
I want to go D.
Well, it's going in C. So, because we had 2 B's, 2 C's, 1 D. So, all right. Let's get to the November 15th, 1983 for Playmeter. State of the Industry Survey
Oh
Part 2.
no! Oh no!
Vegas Battle, the greatest Laserdisc game of all time.
Oh no! That is a D right there.
NBA
With
superstar
yeah,
Bob Lloyd.
Bob Lloyd there, with holding out the laser disc.
Man, this is almost F territory in terms of
Oh, they're both
posed
holding
white
out.
dudes. At
Yeah, you know, it might be in it. It's definitely no higher than a D. The question is this an F?
Oh no, there's nothing like I don't tend to do F unless it's garish, and this does not sound
Yeah.
garish to me.
Yeah,
It's so close.
I
Like,
think it's D, but they're about to cross a line.
Yeah.
This is either D or it's B for me.
Show me the shoes.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, they're just cut out. And this one, like he's cut off. Yeah.
Yeah, mostly cut off. Yeah.
D.
D. D it goes. Okay. Moving on.
Oh,
We're-
Oh my
I thought you
God, how many
said
months
K
are there
for a
in year?
Oh no. Okay, now we have a cash box. November 19th, 1983. The Video Music Entertainment System by Rowe will save
that
the
is-
jukebox industry.
Yeah, is that the same jukebox that they were shaking hands over before?
No, that
It's
is
similar.
definitely different.
no.
Yeah, no, it's different.
There's
Is the
no
one
technical
behind it?
note.
Right.
Wait, is the one
Yeah.
behind it the one they were shaking hands over before?
No, that is. It's not even the same color.
That
Okay.
looks pretty
Sure.
similar.
Similar, yeah. That looks.
Nah,
I don't
think
even
so.
really want to. This is horrible work for Cashbox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a
Mm.
fan. That's a D right there.
D.
Yeah.
Okay. Away it goes. Final month of 1983, everybody. We're in December. Let's start it off with Replay, December 1983. Mach 3 by Rat Slime.
Now that's sexy.
Here we go.
Holy
Panning
moly.
shot.
Do 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 do
They broke
do
out the smoke
do.
machine. They lit it. They got a model
Oh.
standing. Oh, let me tell you what.
Indeed.
This is so corny that I want to give it an A but can't. But everything about
Nah.
it is right. For real. You know what? This is Replay, no less.
I
This
want
is a
to give- I mean,
promotion. Oh, this is a flyer shot.
Yeah, this is
Replay
just-
It is a flyer
it's,
shot.
it's a good flyer, but it's just a flyer.
It is
I
just
kind
a
of
flyer.
want to give it
flyer.
E.
I'll go C on that because it is just the flyer.
Yeah. See.
Yeah, that's fair.
I got all excited. I thought Replay had upped its game.
Oh,
Okay.
you sweet summer child.
I know. What was I thinking?
All right, we're ending the year with 3 play meters because Playmeter always does a December 31st issue as well.
Wow.
So December 1st.
Oh,
Here we
okay.
go.
A.
Absolutely not.
Okay, well you've got mine on the record.
All right. Laner has made his voice known.
So they went from like doing like Mobius to now they're doing Sorayama.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why? Why?
His face. My God. Don't like.
I
do
don't.
not
I don't
like-
understand. What's
That
happening?
is
with
the face of a man whose lips are too close
This is
to
what
his
it looks
nose.
like inside of your arcade game.
Make it stop.
What's happening with the head of the robot? Is the robot head away from us or towards us?
And also,
Is
why
that
does the
organs?
robot need to use a laser to hit his control panel?
I just hate how bulbous things
So,
are, rounded.
so
and-
many questions.
Oh, this repulses me. I'm saying F. This is an F.
I will go F with you.
Hmm.
The way that man's mouth is too close to his nose and too far from his chin is just off-putting.
See, it's hilarious to me that Surayama robots usually have like a mouth, but he's so uncomfortable with facial features that he's like, "No,
And could we see the
am just
hand?
gonna cover up the face."
Let's see the hand.
entirely."
Oh, sorry, not the robot hand. The hand on the guy clutching the joystick.
Oh.
This is done by contemporary AI. This hand right here.
Almost kind of looks like it.
Dale, what do you say? What do you say to this?
Man, F. Yeah, F.
Here it is.
This is a lot. It offers a lot in terms of bad artwork. And Playmeter has done, they've gone up and down on this. They gave us Space Taxi this year. This might be the same. I feel it's a different artist. I feel this is not Space Taxi.
There's a signature in the
Space Taxi's
lower
airbrush
right,
here.
I think. Lower left to there.
Yes.
Oh.
What the? No, it's a different artist, right? Yeah.
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 Can we Google that guy? In case he hunts me down.
All right, that's that. So now to December 15th, 1983.
Oh
The
my
year
god.
in
Oh.
review.
Oh no.
They do too.
Oh
This
no.
gives me Zelda CDI vibes.
Jesus.
Just gonna say.
Look, I can't award you all with an F just because you ate mushrooms and broke out an airbrush. Honestly.
I need an adult.
Something a little weird about these fingernails too. Oh no, this.
But I do think it is a D though. I don't think there's quite as much wrong with it as the last one.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
It,
I
it
don't
borders
wanna
for me,
lose it.
but yeah, I get D. Okay.
In modern terms, you were dangerously close to doing a racism here. I feel, thank God that was the skin tone you kept, because you're just maybe 20 years from now this will be incredibly offensive.
Okay. Now we get to
Finally.
the December 31st issue, and we will be done with 1983.
Oh God.
AMA wrap-up.
Yeah,
what
that's
the
the kind
heck?
of work that someone coming into the office on December 27th does.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
Circuit boards?
I have no words.
The Playmeter logo is kind of cool, though.
Yeah.
What am I looking at?
I don't know. This is so weird.
Okay, it's like an interballistic missile.
Is the
I think that's
laser
yeah,
disc?
Like cutting
What is the
through
big thing in the
traditional
center?
games or something. That's the idea.
There's a pie chart.
It's not a pie chart.
I thought it was like spinning a wheel and money's coming down, but then the money is boards. So I don't know.
Those look
What did you win?
those are boards, right?
Yeah.
Those definitely
Those read
look like
like
circuit
boards.
boards to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a
I
big,
do not understand. This is so weird. D.
Yeah.
for confusion.
D.
Covers due on December 24th. Fuck you. Here's your cover. I'm out of here.
God damn it, Dale. Oh my. All right.
That's what my cover is.
D goes. All right, we're gonna take a break and see if we still have the capacity to continue. See you back here. 10 minutes. Sound good?
So how much longer are you planning to go for?
As long as you guys want to do it. But
Because I'm out of here in an hour at the very least.
Okay.
So you might have to do the second half without me, unless you want to schedule another one to do 84.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But let's take 10. We'll be back.